is that?
It's quite obvious at this point. Someone is being lied to.
Yeah.
So it's not a lie. It's just a misquote of myself. Well, I got the reaction I wanted. We talked about it.
Oh, my God. Has the show advanced?
No, it has not advanced.
Well, it's actually in response to the IM or the Instagram message that came up earlier where it does, don't I look good? I just kind of posted one that answered that question.
I'm texting Raby the siren emoji.
But she's never going to see that or hear this reaction.
Well, do you think she's going to hear the things I talk about all the time on the air either? Never?
Well, that doesn't mean I'm not any more baffled when you do it those times either.
Yeah, well, we're just having fun. Got to rise out of you.
Sexologist Ken Play, who also writes columns in South Dakota and has won awards for it, says, hey, guys, just tuned in to hear Boots plant evidence and then lie about it. Seems about right. You said you were hacked, you lying liar. Lies, lies. Tell me, sweet little lies.
And did you hear me laughing when I said that, too? And then Tim said, you were hacked. I go, no, that was me. So you may want to listen to the rest of the...
Actions speak louder than words, Darren.
You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com, the most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience.
15
All right,
times.
so Iggy, are you there? Iggy, you there?
Hi, Iggy.
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 He's
We also haven't talked to Iggy
There he is.
guest
Hold on.
right now, so you can't really talk.
Geez, don't scold us, Plaza.
Wait, what's he?
Also, some breaking news, not breaking because Iggy basically broke it last week that Lady Gaga, his favorite, will be the halftime performer at the Super Bowl.
He broke that?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, I say we immediately hand off to Iggy. Because let's face it, when it comes to Hollywood celebrities, he rubs elbows with
He could do this a lot better than we could.
Probably, he likes to walk around his apartment in his undies. A little unsettled by that.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people maybe walk around occasionally in their underwear in their own
Do you
home.
take pictures of your
I don't.
of your utensils in your undies?
No, I don't.
That was a faux pas. That was a faux pas.
Can you guys hear me?
I've never taken a picture of my utensils.
Yes, we can.
Okay, I just want to make sure this works.
All right, you gonna hit lead off for us on this interview,
Well,
Iggy?
I'll let you bring them on, and then you can throw
Right,
it to me.
but then Charlie's gonna pitch it to you because we figure you're a guy who's more in tune with the Hollywood crowd because you interview celebrities for a living.
Well, that's fine. Whatever you want me to do. I'm on hold with him now, waiting to get off of I don't know where he's at. He's on another show.
And you have pants on. You do have pants on.
Maybe. And I did break Lady Gaga a few weeks ago.
Thank you, Iggy.
Are you excited about that? That should be fun.
I am.
Well, let's
I may
get
have
to
to
our
go to
guest.
Houston.
Is he there?
Yeah.
Is he on the line, Sea
No,
Monster?
not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said he was on hold.
I think he's on hold with someone.
Does he have something new he's promoting that we should know about?
Well, first he has Dr. Ken, which is on ABC. He writes and produces it. And then we'll also ask him if he really was a doctor, which, again, I feel like I've heard that. We could probably confirm this on the internet, but why not just ask the actual person?
Okay, I'm just wondering he's a big star. Why would he be making the rounds if he didn't have something new going on that he's promoting?
He just wants to talk it over with St. Louis, one of his favorite cities.
Doug, I believe the new season of Dr. Ken started last week.
Okay. Well, that's
so you're not too late to get on your DVR, your on demand, and catch up.
Okay.
He's very funny. He's that guy from the thing.
He's Chow. He's absolutely hilarious. And Doug, if you learn how to use your DVR, you could do that. You can program these shows
I use it
like Dr. Ken on ABC that Ken Jeong writes and produces for, and he joins us right now on the Appliance Discounter phone lines. Ken Jeong, again from that show, Dr. Ken. Also, you know him from the Hangover trilogy as Chow. Ken, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the radio in St. Louis. How you doing?
Fine. Thanks for having me, guys.
Well, thanks for joining us. We were talking before, and I feel like I've heard this, but we wanted to confirm it. Are you a doctor in real life? Were you a doctor before your acting career?
Yeah, I was a doctor at an HMO in L.A., internal medicine doctor for 7 years. And my wife's a doctor, and all, like, really in many ways, I mean, The Hangover was like this happy accident that happened that gave me a career, and that led to my own show. So my whole career has been one happy accident.
I mean, you're one of those guys that that you're just naturally funny. I think you're brilliant, and I'm just wondering if you're in the consultation room and you have to tell someone we're going to do some invasive surgery. Are you making jokes?
People are always surprised when I was a doctor, and you ask my former patients, I was always serious. I never liked joking around, if I took care of them for like 5 or 6 years. Yeah, I mean, they would know my personality. Of course, they would know exactly. They would have a better idea who I am as a person. But I was always pretty guarded about that because it's a life or death situation, and you don't want to mess with that. You got to act accordingly. If my job's comedy, I'm going to act the fool. But if my job's a doctor, I'll be a doctor, kind of thing.
Hey, Ken, Dr. Ken, I mean, it's a funny show, obviously, but you guys tackle some things. I know there was an episode last year where you dealt with somebody with cancer, and even though you kind of did in a funny way, it was a serious moment.
Yeah, thanks for knowing about that episode, because that was my favorite episode last season, and one of my favorite things I've ever done personally, in my career because of the subject matter. Because I came up with the premise of, what if Dr. Ken's favorite patient dies, and how you deal with death and dying, and the things that go along with that. Because the cure is seldom, but the comfort is always, and it really is what happens when you start making emotional decisions as a doctor, and it's not always it's not the right thing to do, but it's the human thing to do, and how do you kind of reconcile that? So, and to do that in a multi-camera format, in a comedy, it's near impossible to pull off. And that script, I had nothing to do with that script. That script was by Eric Summers, a brilliant screenwriter who actually is writing the Spider-Man movies right now. He's just he wrote that script, and it was just an honor to read those words. It was just an idea that I had, and he put those words to life. It was amazing. Yeah.
How did Hangover come about? Because obviously that puts you on the map. You got Community and everything after that. But how did Hangover come about for you?
I auditioned just like every other actor, and but I did know Todd Phillips, the writer-director of The Hangover, and he basically got me a meeting with him, and through his casting director, and I improvised a lot in the audition, and he basically gave me the part. And the part was really written for a 50-year-old man or a 60-year-old man. Mr. Chow was supposed to be an older guy, and the bodyguards in the original script were his sons. But due to my audition, they changed it to kind of fit my age, and the bodyguards weren't my sons. So it was a different forms and shapes of that character, and I don't know, the whole thing really happened by accident, and it was all organic, and it really, gave me a career. I'm so grateful.
Ken Jeong joining us here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. You can see Dr. Ken this Friday, I think the second episode in the new season. Looking forward to it. Going back to Hangover, you're reading the script, and even all three of them were so funny, but when you're reading the script, say, oh, man, I got to show my penis in this thing. What was your first reaction?
It was my idea to do it.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
You're that proud of it, huh?
Because it's not even, but that's the thing, it's not even, I'm actually a shy guy. I don't like to show anything, even on the beach. I don't like to even take off my shirt, but I think I'm just an intense enough actor, just knowing that in the middle of that movie, it's going to raise the stakes if the guy jumps out naked. It wasn't trying to make a statement about anything. It wasn't trying to make a statement about anything Asian or stereotypical, or just make a statement about my own body. You just wanted the shock value of just, wow, you just got beat up by Mike Tyson, Tiger, and now what could be worse than that? Oh, this guy jumping out naked on the truck. So that's kind of what happened.
Were you thinking about maybe a little trim, maybe I don't know, a landing strip or something?
Nope, I wasn't. There was no vanity involved. It was just a spur-of-the-moment decision I came up with like a couple of days before shooting. And it was just no time to think. You just act on instinct, and you just kind of do what you do. And it wasn't there wasn't any premeditated thought. I had no career at that time, and I didn't think that the movie would be as widely seen as it was. And it just kind of organically happened, you know. And I think that's kind of where the best work happens, you know.
And how funny is that cast? Not only with you, but Zach and Bradley. You know, just a funny cast. I can imagine at breaks it had to just be one laugh after another.
Oh yeah, it's the best movie crew I've ever worked with. You know, those guys are family to me. I just saw Bradley a couple weeks ago at Stand Up to Cancer telethon, and I saw Justin Bartha, one of the Wolfpack guys, a couple weeks ago as well. So I really, you know, I miss that crew. You know, it was really good times and just great, solid people.
So what's coming up next for you? I know we still have many episodes in this season of Dr. Ken, but what's coming next for you? What are you working on?
That's it right now, because this job is so consuming, because I'm not, unlike the other acting jobs, I'm not just acting on it, I'm also producing and writing it, and every day, I mean, I help co-create the show, and it's just such a, it's like being on call, like a real doctor, because I'm always thinking about the show 24/7, and you can't really shut it off until it's over. You really can't. So it's just, I feel a great responsibility to the show to keep doing my utmost on every minute. You know, every decision of the show filters down through me, so I take that responsibility seriously.
Well, buddy, keep up the great work. It's a funny show, a great show. Once again, you can see Dr. Ken Fridays on ABC. Keep it up, and we'll look forward to whatever you have coming up after that.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thanks, Ken. There you go. Ciao, Ken Jeong. And I did see quite a few episodes last year of Dr. Ken. A funny show, but as I asked him the question, there was one episode last year where he had to deal with a friend of his dying of cancer, and he threw some funny antidotes in her, but it was still a very heartwarming episode, and he's good at that. I mean, you know him as comedy, but he can be dramatic when he wants to, but he is one funny dude.
I think an underrated show he is on, I'm not for sure if you've seen it. I remember watching it a few years ago, watched a couple seasons, called Community.
Yep, I threw that in. That Community, actually, that's how he got that, by Hangover. Nobody knew who he was before Hangover.
I mean, that show in general, it's more than just him. He has a small role in it. You know, he has some cameos as well after the first season. But I found that show to be just
underrated.
Very underrated, kind of spontaneous, similar to what The Hangover was. Love the show. I would highly recommend it.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan for Design Air Heating and Cooling. I am a very happy client. Design Air Heating and Cooling, and Seth Goldcamp and his incredible staff, which you can find online at designairservice.com. Just go to the website, click on the Book Now tab, and any issues you may be having with your HVAC system, they will take care of immediately. The customer service, second to none. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, online at designairservice.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. Looking for that perfect gift for someone special? Skip the flowers and chocolates and bring home a new mortgage this Valentine's Day. Whether it's a pre-approval for a new home or a simple cash-out refinance, we've got you covered. Refinancing or buying a home? Why would you go anywhere else? Mortgage rates are still near historic lows, but we need to get you locked in today. Fall in love with your lender again at thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326240.
Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
710 in St. Louis, you're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2 FM. It's known as the Potted Plant on TMASTL.com, and the friends are gathering on YouTube. Doug, they are here, and 105 people are sitting around at home. Really? Yep. Plowhawk, Iggy thinks we're going to get to 1,000. We got close to 500 yesterday, but today is a day now I think people are comfortable settling in, and word around town is, hey, watch 4 hot guys and play Hey Diddle Diddle, you know?
This is Beefcake Radio, is what it really is.
Thank you.
You just look at us and you go, wow. There's really no other word that comes to mind, because we are 4, and when Jackson comes in here, 5, very dashing gentlemen with our acts
I agree
together.
with that. Yeah. I agree with that. Come on in, friends, youtube.com/TMASTL.
We are up to, Doug, how many subscribers?
I don't know.
Just shy of 3,300.
Okay, that's pretty good. Huh?
So we're only 1,700 away from me revealing my nipple clamps.
And you are really going to do that? You're really going to go topless if we get to 5,000?
I'm just going to press my nipple up against camera 4. And then lactate.
Like the guy in that
These are
Turkish
expensive
prison
cameras.
It's been approved.
What I don't understand.
Approved by corporate.
That's a big risk.
I don't understand. We do this 5 days a week.
Right.
So 15 hours. Every day we're on here. We got thousands and thousands, if not millions of listeners.
Oh, we don't have millions of listeners.
Millions, yeah. That's
You don't have
that's
the proof that we
the latest HD2 book.
You got to be kidding me.
Well, we've got
Millions?
3,000, which is good. But yesterday I saw a video where the Island Boys were prancing around with their YouTube plaque for 100,000 followers. How can those
You get a
guys...
plaque from YouTube if you get 100,000 followers?
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell if you're serious right now.
I am.
I'm going to call.
You do. Okay.
I am. But then I did some research.
All right, I'm going to lay it down.
I did some research. I said, what if these guys bought this? And then there was a couple of articles on people that were upset because they had 100,000 followers and they, I guess you have to register. You have to register to YouTube that we have our 100,000 followers. And some of them didn't get their plaque, and they got an email back saying, yeah, we pick and choose who we think deserves the plaque once you get to 100,000, depending on your content. So if you have like iffy content or political content or whatever, they pick and choose who they want to give it to. But if you have 100,000, they send you a nice
Doug, let's get a plaque.
How many Island Boys are there?
2.
6.
So they both wanted a plaque, or they just get one plaque between the deuce of them?
And they're awful.
Oh, yeah.
The plaques are awful.
And we're good. No, the Island Boys are awful. We're good.
Well,
We got 3,000, they got 100,000. I don't get it.
well, they're doing something that more people find appealing, apparently.
All they do is they have a video. Island by, and that's
What
it.
are we waiting for?
That's it.
What are we waiting for? Where's our own video like that?
They got corn rolls sticking up out of their hair like
Rose.
Whatever they're called.
Wicks.
Wicks. Yeah.
So you can't wash your hair with that, right?
Correct.
Shaving off or showing off their fake Cartier watches. That's all they do.
Well, they're
We
apparently
entertain.
doing something to get that plaque.
So everybody just tweet out, Instagram out, Facebook out. Go subscribe.
To what? YouTube?
Our YouTube channel.
Right, Doug, it's youtube.com/TMASTL. I mean, if we can get to 5,000 today, that would only be 1,700 added on to the 3,300, so it's only a 50% increase.
And you get a nip. You get Tim's
and
nip.
Then I'll lactate because we just
lactate.
Yeah, because
Is that
we
possible?
Yep. Because we just had a child, so obviously I'm breastfeeding.
So men can't have babies.
Wouldn't that be funny if you could both? I mean, that would help out.
It would be. It would make things more effective.
Tim, you take over today. I wasn't breastfed. My mom said she just liked me as a friend.
Okay. What is that, Henny Youngman?
Sketches and bits.
That's Henny Youngman from 1965.
I got a sketches and bit in there early.
I used to be an atheist. I gave it up. They have no holidays.
Text in, be a friend of the feather. Save the number in your phone, and the next thing you know, your text can be read just throughout the presentation. 314-881-TMA5. That is the EDF text inbox number. And then you can call in 636-900 for TMA. And I want to take some calls from some local area women who are watching. And then they can also talk to us as well. And maybe we can, do a cyber sesh.
We don't have female listeners. Maybe there's some place where you can go and buy them, where you can buy followers.
Oh,
with
yeah, you
female
could definitely buy
persuasion.
female listeners.
Okay, well, that's what it's going to take for us, because our content, for some reason, doesn't seem to play well with the female community.
Well, I have news.
Oh, Doug, we have a lead today.
Okay.
And we will get to 1,000 that day. Next Thursday from 8 to 10, Learn will be in studio.
Wow, and you're the one with this news, which means there's been communication.
Do we even have enough mics?
Well, I knew that I'll sit over there in the corner with that mic.
Oh.
So Learn can be on camera. Yeah, I knew Jackson had so much going on yesterday. So I said, I'll just DM her. And I DM'd her, and she got back to me. She goes, I said, whatever day works for you. Do you want to come in for the whole show? Do you want to come in for an hour? What do you want to do? And she said, next Thursday, the 10th. And then she said, 1 hour, whole show, whatever you want me to do. So I talked to Jackson. He said, how about just 8 to 10?
Yeah, we could put her here. She could. I mean,
we need a camera and Learn. I mean, that's.
Yeah,
There's
I was
no
thinking.
camera over there.
I was thinking we have her sit where Iggy sits, and then.
But I think it's important that Iggy's on camera because a lot of the audience thinks Iggy will be nervous, and
Yeah.
it's important for Iggy to prove them wrong.
I can go over here.
Yeah, well, just everyone slides down,
We'll
except
have
him,
Iggy
of course.
sit by me or where I'm at because they're going to be, if the board and mics are up, it'll be fine, and
We'll figure
you'll be able to
something
be face to face with Learn. which
Yeah,
I'm sure
oh
she
yeah.
enjoys.
Like a sit-down interview.
Yeah, the sweat will be pouring off my brow. I'll be shaking.
Oh,
You gotta
Learn.
You'll be jittery at the least.
Learn's like, okay, hands where I can see him during the interview.
Look, I met Gaga. I don't get nervous. So I said, yeah, just come in 8 to 10. That way you don't have to get up super early. And she said, perfect. So next Thursday.
Next Thursday, Doug. What a treat that's going to be.
Okay, and what will we talk about?
Well, I don't know. We'll figure something out. She's an interesting girl.
All right.
She's been around here forever, and she's only
10 years.
And she's only like 30-something. Started young. I think she, like most people, I think she started in promotions, and then got a gig. Then she went on the morning show with You Man, and then got her own show in the afternoon. And she's doing well. She's a talent too. She's not only talented, she's super cool.
Okay, that's enough.
Well,
Are you
just
trying
be
to be your
honest.
agent?
No,
Or her love interest?
I've told her that. I said you're talented and you're cool. Some people are stuck up when they get a job at an
Boy, you're laying it on
iconic radio
thick.
station.
Ma'am.
We came over here. I was just a normal person. I'm not bebopping around, saying, "Hey, I'm at Hubbard now. Look at me. I'm cool." No, I'm the same person. Learn's the same way. Learn
Doug, HD2 radio has not changed.
It hasn't changed me a bit.
You somehow managed to stay humble.
Hasn't changed me a bit.
Sit down. Stay humble.
I just go about having fun. Jackson bebopping around with his
What's this
101
bebopping verb we're hearing?
bebopping, scatting around with his 101 swag on. I got nothing.
I'm bebopping.
Is Jackson rubbing it in your face that he has 101 ESPN?
No, he made sure we all saw it.
Swag.
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 Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
He got a sweater that you didn't get?
I don't know. It looked like a jacket. I don't know.
Yeah, it's nice.
They just gave it to me. I said, thank you very much. It's a nice little jacket.
Wasn't that a treat?
Right. I said, thank you.
When
I don't
my-
think
yeah,
I'm
my life
bebopping.
What would you have to be doing to be bebopping?
It's a
Like-
Seinfeld episode. Bebopping is scatting, I think.
Is that
what he
right?
said. Yeah.
There's a scat episode?
You're bebopping and
I don't
scatting
know.
all over the place.
Would I have to be like moving my neck back and forth like a chicken or something, and like really walking on my toes?
Merton Hanks, Doug, when he would have an
Oh,
interception.
man, he had a rubber neck. His neck was about 2 feet long. And he would move it in places that no other human could ever move his neck.
Putting my feet up on people's desks. Is that a bebop move?
Yeah, that's a bad move.
It's going to be embarrassing when Boots gets so nervous that he wets himself on camera. That's from Indianapolis Star columnist Brian Henshin.
That's happened almost to a couple of our board operators who've had to run out of the studio. I don't know why Iggy would be immune to that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Something about that chair.
You can't get nervous with interviewing, female badminton players.
Nervous.
You hit that shuttlecock so hard. How did you get that point?
That's probably one of the few questions you could ask a badminton player.
Pretty much. But that's what he
It's
covers.
actually a fun game to watch, to see players who can really play it. It's kind of cool.
Talk about a game that hurts your neck. You gotta crane your neck up the entire game.
Well, yeah, you probably do. I
tell
think it's big in India.
Yeah,
And they play there like it. Unbelievable. It doesn't even look like what you're doing in the backyard.
it's a fun game to play for sure.
It would always shut down the basketball courts. That pissed me off.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it was like, oh, sorry, we're playing ping pong and badminton. I was like, this is a basketball
Hey,
court.
don't diss ping pong.
I like ping pong, but I'm trying to hoop.
We had a ping pong table at Abstract, and I would play so much. It's fun.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Hand-eye
ping pong's a great
coordination
game.
needed, though, is a
Yeah.
little bit too much for me.
Are you a good player?
I'm a decent player, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Doug, you want to have a tournament?
I think a tournament would be fun.
Yeah.
You can do that in the break room instead of cook fish.
Okay.
Each point, you have to take off a layer of the clothing now.
Ooh, I like that.
You're around other gentlemen right now.
Exactly.
Can we sandbag in that tournament too?
Yeah. Or you can start naked. You can do one or two things. You can start naked, and each point you get, you can gain a layer of
Why
clothing
does it
as
always
well.
have to come to this? Why can't you just play ping pong?
Because we want to incentivize the audience to get involved by cheering for our nudity.
Imagine trying to hit the ball while just seeing somebody just full spread on a nice save, just everything's out.
You know what? I'm sorry I brought it up now.
They have that at Hito, naked badminton.
Oh,
They do.
man.
Oh, boy.
Well, it's on the news
What's the
side.
BMI for that game?
Man,
Well, they have naked badminton, naked bocce, naked horseshoes, and then naked twister. That is the worst. That is the worst.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to put something on the website, a nice still frame of it.
Watch the crabs crawl around the mat.
Oh.
Guys, is Iggy going to have a high school reunion breakfast next Thursday? Thanks. That's from Jake, and he's over in Kirkwood.
No, those grade school buddies, not high school.
Well, Doug, we're in the Munganest 7 o'clock hour. Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson. That's Munganest, stlouisacura.com, and altontoyota.com, the sponsor of our daily fantasy sports showdown and the award-winning 7 o'clock hour. In the market for a new car? Great. Go to stlouisacura.com and see their selection. In the market for a pre-owned car? Wonderful. You can do the same thing. St. Louis Acura, altontoyota.com, and you will see more than 300 pre-owned vehicles sitting right there for you to choose from. And even if you didn't get your car at Munganest, you can get it serviced at Munganest, stlouisacura.com, and altontoyota.com. It is Munganest, stlouisacura.com, altontoyota.com. Munganest, the official sponsor of the 7 o'clock hour and our daily fantasy sports showdown. Iggy, how are your teams performing in the early going? We're only one round through. I can't remember who
Yeah, I mean, I have...
You had the Berger withdrawal, so you replaced him.
With Day. He's 4 under. I got Streelman at 4 under. I got a couple guys at 2 under. I mean, the guys that's screwing me is Aaron Rye.
Aaron Rye? He was off to a good start
Yeah, it was
yesterday.
2 under through 5. He ended up 1 over, I believe.
No.
Nice double bogey after an eagle.
Oh, well, idiot.
There we go.
Yeah. So I don't know what Jackson would know. I don't know what Doug did.
Well, let's fire it up.
I looked at the one I played. The one I played, I'm like 12 out of a cash.
Let's see. We got... trying to remember whose team was who. All right. Iggy's team with J. Day, Streelman, Rye, Kuchar, Taylor, and Piercy has 134.5 points, while Doug's team, which features Kisner, Hughes, McCarthy, Naismith, Moore, and Svensson, has 133.5. So separated by just a point.
Wow, this is
fun.
Yeah, and I couldn't see who I was picking.
Yeah,
you got to do quite a bit of research.
You're scrubs. I didn't do a lot of research because I didn't know we were picking
Well, you
last
still get
Wednesday.
to pick.
I
didn't.
Yeah, a lot of your scrubs are up there. Naismith's up there. Is it Taylor Moore?
Well, that
Taylor
proves
Moore's
my
up
point.
there.
You can just pick blindly, and it's about.
Well, there's still 2 more rounds. I think they played the easy course yesterday.
Yeah.
I think they played Spyglass.
Go on. They just pick them blindly. Comes out about the same.
Dang, within a point of each other, although it be at 1 round, it's still...
Yeah.
That is exciting.
It's a mathematical phenomenon is what's going on with
and
the
over 44 weeks, it's been about the same, too. It's been about 500.
Dear Deidre, my girlfriend laughed at me when I said I couldn't get an erection. We had a pretty active sex life until recently. In a normal week, we'd probably have sex 4 or 5 times. She is 26. I am 28. And we've been together for a year. You ever notice that the people who write these in, usually in the 3rd paragraph, give their ages?
It's the same guy all the time.
Yeah.
Sally Land.
Every one of them.
But a few weeks ago, I had problems getting an erection. I felt turned on, but I just couldn't get hard. I was worried my girlfriend might think it was because I didn't find her attractive, so I told her that I was having trouble and that it was nothing to do with her. But instead of being supportive, she laughed.
That's a cuck.
That's a cuck?
She's laughing right at now. I don't know if there's got to be another guy in there or not, but you're getting berated, buddy.
Oh.
Wow, so that's a cuck, even though it's just the 2 of them in their monogamous relationship.
Yeah, we're going to have to think of a new one. This could be just a single porn cuck.
I haven't tried to be intimate with her since because I'm worried it'll happen again. I just can't get the image of her laughing at me out of my head. Deidre's got advice. This is great. Some people laugh when they feel awkward or insecure. Talk to your girlfriend about how you were feeling. Discussing the situation will help you both understand what happened. Various things can affect your erection. Alcohol, tiredness, stress. Your GP can check there are no underlying causes. My support pack, Solving Erection Problems, has some tips to help too.
Stop.
Oh.
I'm seriously having a panic attack.
Is this new information we're getting, or has this been around for like 100 years?
It's new. Brand new.
I don't know.
I mean, that is a tough call when she laughs. I mean, you're really 1 step away from behind a potted plant.
You think so? That's the next step.
I mean, you're rounding second, headed for a dunce cap.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a tough one to get behind.
Go
Therapy,
to a
maybe.
doctor. I mean, you're 28. There's no reason you should have limp ween.
Oh, awesome.
But there's no reason she should laugh at you. That's not good.
No. Maybe he's drinking too much. That'll do it.
I think it's made up.
What?
Well, they're all made
Look,
up.
I know.
They're all made up.
Look, I know a lot of women. I've never had that problem.
No, of course not.
No. Never had that problem.
No.
But you don't laugh at it. I don't know any girl that you could be the cruelest girl in the world, but you said we've been dating for a year. If you have sex 4 or 5 times a week, and all of a sudden you can't get hard, and she laughs, I don't see that happening. No girl is that cruel. So that's why I think it's made up.
Yeah.
How are the roads, fellas? That's from the Total Package.
I like that name.
Well, not better than yesterday.
270 was great.
270 was wonderful.
Yeah.
I tipped my cap.
Almost all lanes completely plowed. Cars going near the speed limit.
Were you guys going north? You guys go north on 270.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, see, south.
So they haven't gotten to the southbound.
South
lanes.
was only 1 lane.
Is that right?
And luckily, it was
There were, you say 3 lanes open, I would say,
Yeah,
on 270?
they're almost all open.
No, I mean, it's not ice. It's not clear, though. I mean, it's like a little bit of snow, but and I give them credit. They got a lot of roads to do, but luckily the one clear lane was right lane, so I could just kind of veer right off to Olive.
Yeah, 40 was in good shape.
Was it?
Yeah. That's about most of my commute. I'm only on 270 for about a mile and a half.
Yeah,
so
they must have been
really
working. They must have been working all night.
Well,
Because the roads I was on were very good today.
They had a couple exit lanes off of 40 closed strictly to plow the excess snow off of the exit ramp. So, so they're working out there. How that was 4:45, 5 o'clock.
You think restaurants will be open tonight, or do you think they'll be shut down?
Oh, they'll open for
You
sure.
think so?
I think
Yeah,
they'll be open
they'll
tonight.
open for sure.
They're
Sweet.
not going to miss a Friday night.
I know. Friday night's pizza night.
Right.
Well, I give 'em
Pizza
credit.
Go-Go be open?
I don't know. This McDonald's right next to us is open. It's been open the last 2 days.
I mean, I
Got my
went.
Egg McMuffin.
I left here Wednesday, and I had to go to Blue City Dough to get me. I haven't had it in a
Vinny
while.
was open.
Vinny was open. Talked to him for a while. There's a few people in there, kind of playing it by ear. I think a lot of businesses will do that. May not, stay open as late potentially because of the ice that'll be coming. So.
Mm-hmm. Blue Sky Cafe will no doubt be open for the swinging community.
Oh, I forgot about. Man, that's a callback.
Why don't we go out there and have dinner and see what the word is?
That's such a callback.
Wednesday wasn't that bad. Yesterday was, I talked about coming in. I was a nervous wreck because my wipers had ice on them, and it was my fault. I could have cleaned them off. I didn't. And the ice was like smearing the window, and I couldn't see. I had my head out the window. Yesterday, it took me 5 times to get up the hill to get onto Olive. I kept spinning out and coming back down. Then Olive, I was swerving all over the place. Thank God there was only like 1 car on the Olive. But then I got on 270, and it was a disaster.
Really?
I couldn't see. And that was because of the whiteout. I mean, all you could see was snow.
This is like 10:30 in the morning?
Yeah, I couldn't tell
'Cause
what.
I made it all the way home down 270 with almost no problems.
I don't know what to tell you. I didn't know what was the road and where was the barrier, where was the medium.
The bear.
All over. Then I got off on Bennington, and again, where is the road? I can't tell where the road is. Am I close? Am I on a curb? And I was doing like 5 miles. It took me 30 minutes to get home yesterday. I lived 5 minutes away.
That is tough.
Well,
And then
that is something else, man.
Yeah, and this is something that I've never heard of before. So I go into my complex. Obviously, it's not plowed. And the spot that I had when I left, which obviously would have been clear because I was in it.
Sure.
Somebody took it.
Of course.
And every spot is just nothing but snow piles. Like, where am I going to park? And there were 3 guys out there shoveling. And I said, guys, can you do me a favor? I'll give you $10 if you can just shovel one of these spots so I can get in there. And I never heard this before. They said, we can't do that. That would be showing favoritism, and that's against the law.
Favoritism.
To one tenant over another.
Really?
I think if you offered him a 20.
Oh, I said, I'm paying you. I said, I'll give you $10, so you're not showing favoritism. I'm paying you to do that spot.
Did they eventually do it?
No, they said we can't do it. So I just kind of had to go into a spot and said, I hope I get out tomorrow.
When I lived in Minnesota, we'd get snow like this frequently. And it never goes away. You never get just wait, next week it'll be 55 degrees. That doesn't happen. It doesn't go away. But there were many times you'd get so much snow when you go out to your car in the morning, if it wasn't in a garage, you couldn't even see it. It was completely covered. You'd have to dig through the snow to find which car was yours, and there was no hope of digging out. So you call a wrecker, and they come and they drag you out. The wrecker services do big, big business up there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure of that.
God, how could you live like that?
I don't know. I questioned it for 3 years. But the people that are up there, they're fine with it. They're used to it.
Yeah, I guess you get used to it after a while.
Yeah, they do.
That was brutal. So now the sun's out today, and it's going to be cold, so...
What do you got as the forecast for tomorrow, Iggy? The Strodecast, people, because you nailed this winter storm.
Oh, I think I nailed it.
You nailed it.
All three phases of it, I nailed.
You got a whole city holding their breath right now.
For these temperatures this weekend.
A lot of pressure now.
Yeah, it is, Plowhawk, because people are listening.
No, it's it's going to be cold when you get up tomorrow, but it's Saturday, so I don't have to leave the house. I don't really care. But it's going to be cold when you get a lot of people are saying 0. It's going to be like 4 or 5. It's not going to get to 1 or 0. But then, gradually warming trend. Tomorrow's going to get up to like 24. And then as we get into next week, I see 20s, 30s, 40s, close to 50 by Wednesday or Thursday.
I don't know. Doug, that's going to melt all the snow, but it's going to be around for a few days, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's not going anywhere.
Oh, yeah, it will be.
So the kids can enjoy it for another 4 or 5 days, and it's going to start getting a little mushy.
As long as it's not on the streets, it's fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, tomorrow's going to be chilly, but then we have if you want to call it a warming trend, but we're going to be close to 50 midweek next week. I don't think it's going to get there, but it's going to be close.
Well, I see next week it's like highs of 45s and lows like 16 degrees. So.
I said teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and close to 50. I said I don't think it's going to get there.
Well, that covers every possible degree almost.
Well, that's what it's going to be.
Well, don't
go look at your app. Go look at your app. Go look at your app. Look at the lows and the highs. It's going to be between the teens and close to 50.
Well, that's a pretty wide swath.
Well, yell at your app. It's got the same thing.
Yell at your app.
That doesn't do any good.
I'd like to watch you yell at your app.
Come on, app. Get it together. Narrow it down a little bit.
Nice job, Doug.
So I'm just telling you what's going to happen. It's going to be, lows are going to be in the teens and 20s. Highs are going to be in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and close to 50.
There you go, Doug. It's a wide swath.
So whatever
and
it
you
is.
Just said, and you just
highs
said,
are going to be in the 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s.
You just said 46. That's close to 50. I said it's not going to get to 50, but it's going to be close.
But you can't say, well, the highs are going to be in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, because that covers up. You're always going to be right.
I'm not going to be right. What if it's in the 60s? I'd be wrong.
Well, it's not going to be.
Well, I've told you the same thing you're reading in your app, so I guess they're stupid too.
I don't know.
I'm just giving you a range of what you're going to see next week. I didn't go day by day.
Okay.
I said what you're going to see next week.
Looks like
no
30s
snow.
and 40s in the highs.
No snows, I said, and some 20s and teens lows.
Okay. Jesus. That's almost every day of the winter.
What was the official inch count on the snow? Well, Doug, it varied.
Varied all over the place.
But what did you have, Iggy? I mean, I know you track it.
I know Maryland Heights was 7 inches.
And you said 5 to 7 inches.
5 to 7. Now, I was watching, I turned it on yesterday before I went to Ozark. I said, let me just check the weather, see what's going on with the snow. So I don't know what I went to, Fox or whatever. And it gave like all these different cities. And it even said Maryland Heights, at the time, it was like 5 inches. I think it ended up being 7. O'Fallon, 11. Crestwood, 6. St. Charles, 9. I mean, they're all over the place.
I think I saw at the airport it was 6.7 inches was the official reading at the airport.
Yes, I mean, depending on where you live, I mean, you got more, you got less. So I go by Maryland Heights. In Maryland Heights, I think we had 7 inches.
There's a girl in the YouTube chat.
Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, boy.
Becky Wiesberger.
Physician.
I don't even know what this is, but these guys are freaking great. Doug, it's happened.
Stop.
The word is out in St. Louis, and women are watching.
I don't know. It's not a
Doug,
woman.
the
What's her name?
giveaway, she thinks we're great.
It's not a girl.
Does she have a name?
It's someone who's gender fluid.
Sheila.
Sheila, that's a girl.
Doug, there you go.
That's all you got to do is say her name, pick out a girl's name. Well,
Hey, there's Amy.
That's a gal.
Well, I think in Australia, that's a girl. That's a guy's name, too, though, I think.
Jennings just said, what up, Sheila?
Jabab.
They don't waste any time.
636-900-4TMA. If Sheila wants to call in and just tell us, what she thinks of the show. She's really a fan, although had never heard of it until popping onto the YouTube channel. I guess there's so many people in the YouTube channel that people who aren't listening to the radio then find out about it because they see who's live streaming with large numbers, and that then leads to a increase in the bot community joining the YouTube channel.
Yeah, it comes with the territory.
Doug, it's a cost of doing business.
Right, but we're popping up on folks as recommended for you, and that's huge. That's the key.
What is recommended for you?
That's in the YouTube community. That's the most coveted thing you can get. That's like, so if you're watching a video and there's videos underneath, suggested videos underneath, if you can get in a lot of people's algorithms and be recommended for you, that's how you gain subscribers and viewership.
Can we get a plaque?
Yeah, do we get a plaque?
Some of these guys got plaques.
If we get to 100,000 subscribers, which at maybe 2047 at the
hanging up right there in the
I
middle.
won't be alive.
That's when
I won't be alive in 2047.
Yeah, you will. We'll worst case, we'll freeze your brain.
Yep. So we'll be fine.
Yeah, and then we'll put we'll put you in someone else's body.
Ooh.
Okay.
Whose body do you want to be in?
Be in my body.
Oh, okay, Klausy, you can have my head.
Nice. Ooh.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Give me that. Hey, you.
My guess is Sheila going to be pawning off her Etsy.
What does that mean?
Here. She probably makes like scarves and hats, and she's really just in there for.
Got some products to sell.
I could use a good scarf.
I hear whistles. I hear, what is that?
No, I'm probably breathing. That's probably me.
No, I never hear your breathing.
Yeah, nobody knows.
No, I don't either.
Breathe. Oh.
Fabulous. Doug, do you say fabulous or fabulous?
Fabulous.
F-A-B-O.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. All right, is Sheila on the line? She said she's calling in.
It's not ringing.
This is not even close to a guy.
Our phone's
Girl.
working.
It is a guy.
Did you even give out the number?
636-9004-TMA. Doug, could you tell us about our title sponsor? I've got his name is Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert, thehomeloanexpert.com.
Yeah, and
Jack.
he's a guy, too, who never pretends he's someone he's not. What he is the mortgage expert, and he's there to help you get a new mortgage, to help you refinance your mortgage, and to save a ton of money. Mortgage rates are sitting at near all-time historic lows, but that may not be the case much longer. The Fed is talking about raising interest rates, so you need to get this done now. There's never been a better time at looking at a refinance right now. The team at the Home Loan Experts can lower your interest rates, maybe save you a few $100 a month, and maybe you can pull out some cash, pay off those high-interest credit cards, or make home improvement projects a reality, pay for some of that school tuition that's so expensive. However you want to use it, it's your money. Apply online today at thehomeloanexpert.com. If you're just looking to buy a home, if you thought the real estate market was hot last year, just wait. The Home Loan Expert has pre-approved a record number of borrowers looking to buy a home already this year. The competition is fierce. So if you're even thinking about buying a home this year, call the Home Loan Expert team. Get yourself pre-approved today with the 5-minute loan approval. Only available at thehomeloanexpert.com. Thank you, Ryan Kelly. Thank you, Sir Mortgage.
There he is, the best in the business. Ryan Kelly, title sponsor of this show, online at thehomeloanexpert.com. Design Air Heating and Cooling, online at designairservice.com. I read this yesterday, but I'll go ahead and read it again today because it was such a wonderful endorsement from a listener who DM'd me on the Twitter tweets. Good morning, Tim. I wanted to share a testimonial about Design Air. The temperature in the house dropped from 70 to 63 last night, so I called Design Air. A technician named William called me and helped me diagnose the problem over the phone. It was a bad furnace motor. He drove through the snow this morning and is currently fixing our furnace. Our house is currently at 52 degrees.
Oh.
That's trouble, Doug. That's when you can get into a dangerous spot with the pipes.
Pipes could freeze on you.
So my family is very grateful for him being here. Every interaction we've had with them has been great. You can tell they truly care about their customers and are great at what they do. Stay safe, and God bless. That comes from Jonah. Jonah, thank you for supporting the sponsors, and we are grateful that one of our sponsors is Design Air Heating and Cooling, online at designairservice.com. If you run into any issues with your home furnace system this weekend with the temperatures where they're expected to be, make sure that you are working with Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. That's Design Air Heating and Cooling. Let's see. Sheila says she will call in 636-900-4TMA. But she says I say the number too fast. I am too slow for that. Doug, this is a slow woman.
Well, not a lot of the audience. She's about to have a grandma issue here. Her grandma probably
Sheila,
gets stuck in the
636-900-4TMA. Doug, it's 636. That's an area code.
Okay.
900, and then the number 4, and then TMA. And now you're on the line.
All right.
I think it's a girl.
You think it's a girl?
It says something about the show where there's a possibility that there's one girl listening that we stop everything we're talking about and focus on that. Is it not a girl? You've only seen her name written down. That's it. How would you know?
Oh, she's
I think it's a girl, and I think she's into us.
I think she's real. I think it's a girl.
Based on what?
There's like 800 people like, what's the number? What's the number? Holy mackerel. It's not
Yeah, they all want to call in as Sheila. That's what they want to do.
904 TMA.
Jennings says, tell him, Lord.
Like someone's like 636-904 for TMA. Like what? Not even close. This person, I might just block him.
Hold on, what's the problem? Who are you going to block?
These fools
Because you gave out the wrong phone number?
These fools can't. What, can they not hear?
If they don't have the number, block them.
All right, Sheila's calling in. Pop me down.
See? Doug, this is what happens. So many women are listening to this show. We're going to become, we're going to become the place for moms driving their kids to school to call in and talk about how hot we are.
We're like an elderly boy band.
Doug, what do you think, man?
Everyone's really cute.
Is she from Manhattan, Malibu? Where do you
I think Malibu. I think she's up early, getting ready for yoga.
Say Lee May, maybe. Maybe or
Here's somebody else talking.
That area.
Oh,
Jackson's in the chat. I see.
Yeah, I turned down Jackson. Sorry.
Well, he's still talking to her, so it's real. She's real.
Jennings says, "Attaboy."
Man, he is really excited.
What's it going to be like? Plowhawk, I set the number for when Lerna's in studio at 812.5 on the YouTube simultaneous viewers.
I'll go to 1,000 because I really think people
wow.
want to see Iggy nervous on camera again. I think they got a little taste with Mickey Glazer.
His teeth chattering.
I would hope you're showing up to see Learn in the show because I won't get nervous.
Sheila's on hold.
Doug, here it is. See, this is what happens. Sheila, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Nailed it.
Doug, it's a girl.
Nailed it.
I don't know.
Iggy ships it again. What has he been wrong about?
Well, most of the forecast way off.
Sheila, how long have you been listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After?
Not long. I just found you guys this morning.
How did you find us? That's
YouTube.
What were you looking for? You were looking for something else and you stumbled on
think
this?
that was a
What
drop.
happened?
Yeah, I kind of stumbled in.
So what would you normally be watching on YouTube that all of a sudden we popped up? I'm curious how we popped up in your choices.
Honestly, I don't know. It was on my recommended. So.
See, Doug, we're getting recommended for all of our great content.
Oh.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And you like the show because we're all cute? Is that right?
Yeah, you guys are cute.
Yeah, I think so.
And what do you usually watch that we would be recommended? You watch
Doug,
sports?
I swear, it's like I'm in a cave.
Porn?
No.
Yeah, we're going to lose her.
I don't know, just different people on YouTube talking about. I watch a lot of crime shows.
Oh,
I love it.
Just a wide variety of different things.
Now,
Do you live in the St. Louis metropolitan area?
Took my question right out.
No.
No,
I
really?
live in North Carolina.
See, Doug, I knew we were starting to. You say the Eastern Seaboard?
well, yeah. She's a Tar Heel.
North Carolina.
Are you a Wolfpack or Tar Heel or Blue Devil or Demon
Pirate.
Deacon? Pirate, East Carolina Pirates.
I live a couple minutes from NC State.
Oh.
Doug, is that Raleigh?
I think it's Raleigh, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Tobacco Row. You smoke a lot? I guess not. Okay.
That'll replace the Keisha Gray-Bree Mills drop. So if you don't mind, because we're doing some research, age range, unless you would like to be specific with your age. I know some women don't want to give out their age, and we want to respect that because this is a show built on a foundation of respect.
Oh, I'm 32.
32, Doug, that's what I thought.
And what are you wearing?
My pajamas.
Oh,
Jack is home.
okay. Hello, Jack.
Are you a married woman, Sheila?
No.
Oh, so all of our listeners have a chance to meet you, maybe?
Here we go. Here we go. The DMs are a-coming. Can you DM on YouTube, Jackson? Does that go on?
If
there's
a will, there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. Do you have you been married before? Got a boyfriend? What's going on with you, Sheila?
I'm widowed.
Oh, I'm sorry. My goodness. So do you have children?
Oh, thank you.
Do I hear Jackson talking?
Yeah,
I think so. He's trying to cut in on our interview.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
This mother effer. All right.
Yeah,
Jackson,
I
stay out of
don't
our
think I
interview.
can hear all of you guys.
Yeah, Jackson's usually typing. This time he's decided to start talking.
No, there was a call.
Another call? Doug, we're at a place where we can take 2 calls.
It's unbelievable.
Look at us.
The technology.
Look at us.
Have you been, Sheila, have you been chatting with anyone on the YouTube channel? Have you been chatting with any of the people in there?
Not really. I just got on here, so. But I was listening to you guys talking, and it was making me laugh and stuff, so.
Yeah, it's kind of intellectually stimulating, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Like NPR.
Yeah, it is like NPR. When NPR is in a break,
Right.
over to us.
Any topic you'd like us to tackle?
Nice.
I don't know. Just whatever you guys want to talk about. You guys seem to be doing pretty good.
That's kind of like our show prep, too.
Doug, see, there's an endorsement.
Yeah.
Show's doing pretty good.
Right. Well, the radio must really suck in North Carolina if you're listening to this in St. Louis.
I don't know. It might listen to it.
There's.
All right. Well, it's fabulous that you called in, Sheila. Don't be a stranger.
Thank
be
you.
a friend of the feather.
Mm-hmm.
I was in your.
Definitely.
I was
I'll be back for sure.
I was trout fishing in your state.
Here we go.
It's really good.
No, I came up. We went from Gatlinburg to North Carolina to do a little trout fishing.
What's she
Yeah,
supposed
they
to do with
get
that?
pretty big.
We didn't catch any, but
Figures. That's okay though. You got to know the area.
yeah, we weren't familiar with the area. We just said, let's go to North Carolina. It's right around the corner here.
Sure, it's right there. Right there.
Would you ever be interested in coming to St. Louis for what we call it TMA Live?
Yeah, definitely.
There you go, Doug. Look at this. We have a
I've never
guest.
been.
We have a guest. You've never been to St. Louis?
Nope.
When you hear St. Louis, what is your impression? What comes to mind? Doug, I'm curious what somebody in North Carolina, in Raleigh, thinks of St. Louis. What are the things that come to mind?
Big.
We're a big city?
Yeah, big city.
Wow.
Yeah. You live in a rural area yourself?
She lives by Raleigh, right?
Yeah, I live. Well, right now I'm in city, but I'm from Kipling, and it's in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, well.
What do you do for fun, Sheila?
Nice of you.
Right now I have I've been gaming a little bit on my computer, which is also how I got onto YouTube.
Is that right? So, are you good enough where people will watch you play, like on Twitch and the whole thing?
Oh, no, not quite that good yet.
You ever play Golf Rival?
No, but I could.
Yeah, check out Golf Rival.
Definitely.
Maybe we'll run into each other.
Oh,
that'd be fun. Wouldn't that be fun, Iggy? While she's in town, then you can maybe go to Charcoal House.
You dating anyone?
Here we go, and we're underway. Hello again, everybody.
Not right now.
No.
You're not.
You interested? Like, do you want to date, or are you just kind of done with the scene? Because you're still young. You're
no,
32.
Huh?
You're young. You're 32, so.
Well, thank you. No, I do. I am interested. I just, it's a little scary.
Are you on the apps like Tinder? And I know, Doug, you're on Grindr. Are you on any of those apps?
No. The dating apps.
Dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge.
Yeah, the swipe left stuff. No.
It's not your game.
I had a lot of success on farmersonly.com if you're looking for a hayseed.
Maybe I might try it.
Okay, yeah, it's worth a shot.
Doug wants me to ask, have you ever been with a woman?
I've kissed a woman, but that's about it.
That's enough. That's enough for us.
Very progressive.
We're going to take a break. I'll be right back.
We can work with that.
That's all we need.
Was it a passionate kiss or just like a kiss,
Nice, good
hey,
follow-up.
good to see you again, kiss on the cheek, or was it kind of like passionate?
No, it was a passionate kiss.
Really? So this wasn't like...
It was weird for me, though, because she snuck it on me.
Who was this floozy?
Yeah, is she available to call in? Can try to work through this. When did this happen? This happened recently?
No, when I was a teenager.
And it was just you and her sitting there, and she said, your skin is soft like
Yes.
mine, and then made a move.
Yes. We were on my bed, and I was listening to music, and she reached over and kissed me. Like, heavily kissed me. I was like, what?
Did you pull away, or you kind of went at it?
Nice question. You're having a really nice conversation.
I pulled away a little at first, and then I was like, well, maybe. And then at the end, I was like, oh, no.
Did she try to take it further, or just stop there?
No, she stopped there. I kind of talked to her a little bit after, and just made her feel a little bit better about it, but I just wasn't willing to go that route.
Well, we'll imagine you went further.
Wow, Iggy.
Huh? That's fine.
Sheila doesn't care. That's the bottom line. Sheila, it was wonderful to talk to you. We look forward to you joining us for a TMA Live in St. Louis. Thank you so much, and don't be a stranger.
Thanks, guys. I'll be back.
There she is.
Thanks, Sheila.
Sheila in North Carolina. This is the audience growing, and we just saw.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
The lesbian community in faraway places.
That's it.
I think she's actually Sheila from North Carolina. It doesn't feel like a setup from a husband who's a listener. I think she gave a lot of answers that, probably wouldn't have been given.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's real.
Oh, I can tell you, she has a North Carolina
919.
That's Chapel Hill, but different, but a North Carolina area code.
She was nice.
No, she was real. She seemed very nice.
This internet, it's something, isn't it? When you can talk here on the phone, get on YouTube, and someone in rural North Carolina all of a sudden is on our show.
I'm telling you, that's the power of YouTube. Recommended for you. If we can get on more of those, we are going to be.
We'll get to that 5,000 subscriber level.
Yeah, we'll all be
and then
showing
we'll all
nipples.
be lactating on these expensive cameras.
I want one of them plaques. We got a lot of wall space here to hang that plaque.
I texted ASMR Taylor because ever since she came on the show, she has reached 100,000 followers.
Oh, has she?
On her
we got her to
YouTube
100,000 followers.
It was us.
Oh, is it like 80,000 now? She's over 100.
Yep, that's what we do.
I just texted to see if she got a plaque.
Did she?
I don't know. She hasn't texted back.
It's just
You're
like
gonna think, I don't know.
Probably won't.
Talk to her yet.
It's just a silver play button. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it
we
looks
make
like
our own
it's
plaque?
kind of a mirror.
Yeah, maybe we can just make our own for
Yes.
3,300 followers.
Right. Well, we have someone in our audience can work with glass or something. Can you make us one?
We need a good tinsmith.
The Rizzuto show has a ton of plaques in their little booth outside.
We don't have any plaques.
We need some of them's.
I mean, we're obviously just as good and as popular.
We got a bad plaque game.
We have a 25 market share too.
Yeah, and we're hot.
0.25.
Well, I mean,
0.25. That's right, with a decimal.
I know a lot of people in the industry as far as getting plaques. I mean, Skip Berkmeyer, my friends Richie Orff over at Rios Bowling and Trophy Supply. Just get our own made and just start lining them up.
But what would the play? I mean, you don't want a generic one. You want something to stand out. YouTube does the play button.
Sure they do.
What would kind of be would it be the Banty Rooster symbol? What differentiates our plaques from, a bowler who got a 300?
Dunce Cap, Potted Plant.
Right.
Well, there's a ton.
It would just say best radio show, and then the committee, it would say Tim's dad.
Oh.
Right, that's correct.
I think it'd be fun to have a Banty Rooster in a dunce cap sitting behind a potted plant in one of the parking lots Tim Dad owns.
I got to tell you something, by the way, somewhat related. We are working with your guy. Can I say all of this, Jackson, or is this...
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Mike Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
The Orioles pitcher.
That's correct. Who now started Inside Bowling, but is getting into, or has gotten into, producing merch. And so
his girlfriend Kim does a lot of that.
Is that right?
At home, yeah.
So with this new system, this allows us to create designs instantaneously and have them available for the listeners. Within a matter of days, and that just wasn't the way that it was with the old system. So Jackson, give people some insight. Are these designed? The new line, is that up on InsideSTLShop.com?
No, not
or is it
yet.
TMASTLShop.com?
It will be TMASTL Shop. Either way, if you go to TMASTL.com, we have a link to the merch store that you can click on.
And are these new designs up?
They're not up yet. No.
They're not up.
Not up quite yet.
But, we'll have, I was talking with Mike last night, and he was like, we'll get them up early next week. I would say Monday or Tuesday we'll have the new designs up and ready for purchase. But we're trying to do like a design of the week. So we can design something, and then the next week it'll be up and ready for sale, like quick, fast, in a hurry. So we'll constantly be having new merch on there, and they're handling the shipping, so it'll be real quick shipping, and it's we're moving up in the world, so it's going to be pretty cool, and we'll have a bunch of cool designs.
Yeah, Jackson sent me over the first batch, and they do some really good work. Tip of the cap to Mike and Kim. Did you say, Iggy?
Yeah, Kim.
Yeah,
they have a great staff over there, and they started from nothing and have built a nice little business. So it's really cool to be working with someone like them, when we're kind of the same thing, just a radio show that continues to grow and grow, and they're just a website that continues to grow and grow. So it's a perfect partnership, and they do excellent work, and we're looking forward to getting new designs out. You know, we could have a design sent to us, and then 2 or 3 days later, it's up, ready for purchase. It's awesome.
Nice.
Hmm.
InsideSTLShop.com.
Yeah.
And you can get the current stuff for 50% off because some of it is still in Jackson's parents' home.
They want it out.
They're getting sick of it. But now the new stuff will not be housed in my parents' house, which they're super excited about.
Yeah, it's a big win. It's a big win for everybody.
How many boxes you got lying around your parents' crib?
A lot less than we had in December, but
like 2 or 3 or 100?
Not 100.
A couple dozen?
No, like 3 or 4, but they're pretty sizable. Well, I don't live in a palace. My parents don't live in a palace.
You went to Horton Watkins.
You went to Ladue.
Right.
I
know.
Big house.
Forgot.
So is Mike shipping them out?
Yeah.
So you don't even need to get them, right? You don't need to house anything. If he just gets the order, he's got them in Utah and he just ships them?
Right.
That's right.
So he won't be shipping anything here.
That's right.
middleman.
Yep. Straight from the heart.
And then the moment it's purchased, he creates and then ships them out.
Yeah.
So there won't be any surplus inventory.
He is talented. He started his own, I don't know what you would call it. He was doing live streaming of bowling events. He was doing them. They were better than the PBA was doing.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he had more knowledge and equipment than this PBA would stream something, and he would do a tournament. It would be much better. I mean, he did a video of Gaga when she was in town.
Here we go. It all gets back to Gaga.
It's like a
no. It was in 13 when I met her, and he was at the same show. He was kind of up way high. I mean, probably the last section, and he filmed one of her songs, and it's HBO quality. It's like if you would watch a concert on HBO. That's how good this quality was, and he was up in the rafters with a camera. So
I want no part of your pursuit of Gaga.
he's very talented at almost everything he does. So I'm not surprised that the T-shirts and the merch are going to be.
It's
great.
amazing how far cameras have come.
In a short amount of time.
With a little
right?
cell phone, you can shoot something that looks like it was done with a totally professional, extremely expensive equipment. Looks just the same.
Yeah, you can Google it. You can go to YouTube and type in Lady Gaga's St. Louis concert, and anything that's up there will be what he filmed. 'Cause I think he did 4 or 5 songs. You can see the quality.
All right.
I stumbled into was it yesterday?
Was it yesterday?
I couldn't find a cup.
That's what it was yesterday.
The Hoosiers goblets
yesterday?
were gone.
It was
Yeah.
yesterday. Yeah, you missed it, Plowhawk.
Yeah, I couldn't find a cup. I didn't know what to do. I think there's none in there. All the cabinets were empty. I think they're going green and they're doing some kind of different thing with the kitchen. So they kind of cleaned out the kitchen. I don't know. I couldn't find my cup. So I was kind of roaming around, saying there's got to be a cup around here somewhere. And I found the what we would call our prize closet. Mm-hmm. My God, they've got like 50 racks of T-shirts and sweatshirts, and it's amazing in there. I didn't go through it. It's not my business.
No, it is nuts what they
It's
have.
not my business.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. It's crazy.
Couldn't find a cup. But, yeah, it's just a huge, huge room of nothing but swag for giveaways, so it's kind of cool to see all that. Now there's my story.
Iggy, did Mike zoom in on Gaga's package? That's from the 314.
He zoomed in pretty close. There was no package.
She tapes it up pretty well.
Cool story, Boots. That's from Los Lonely Boys. Is that Henry? He does a wonderful Stone Cold Steve Austin, as we heard.
Oh, yeah, I heard that the other day.
Yeah, we have that on the air, too, so we can clip that off and play it whenever we want.
Nice.
We can't access the drive.
No, it wasn't. We were talking about Mike, and it's a story about how good he is. I just said if you want to go look at the video, go ahead. If not, don't worry about it.
It was a nice little story.
God,
Don't even. Guys, TMA shop question for your new merch. Is your new provider able to provide the 3X and 4X sizes that your male and female listeners require? Thanks. That's from Period Like the Dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have
Jackson, have you checked into that?
We do need a lot of material.
Yeah.
Well, Mike and Kim are kind of like this show. Everybody's in very good shape. They're not fat, so they're not.
How big are they?
They work out, and they're very. Kim is really into working out.
Is she?
Yeah. And Flanagan's kind of a. Yeah, I wouldn't say twink.
He's chubby, right?
No, he's.
Hot takes.
No, he's perfectly proportioned. He's a good-looking man.
More like
Good-looking man. Kim's good-looking. They're a cute couple.
All right.
Guys, you need to see what's going on in the YouTube chat with Sheila.
Oh, that
We're
guy.
going to drive her away.
That poor girl.
That's the problem. We're never going to add new female listener because they're either going to be buried alive somewhere or they're just going to have to be like in the witness protection
God.
program.
What's going on, Jackson?
Some of these guys are down bad.
Then block him.
Yeah,
Block him.
Your voice sounded good, Sheila. God,
Block him.
Yeah,
She'll be gone.
I feel so bad for her. She gave it a chance. She liked us, but
She seemed like an affable lass.
Yeah.
Jay Jr.'s going after her.
Oh, come on, Jay.
Sheila, if you're still in there, obviously you're watching the show.
Right.
These guys are harmless. They just like to have fun. Continue to watch the show. Don't worry
the
about
ones
them.
we know are
If you get a
harmless.
message from me, that's different. From them, just ignore them. They're just having fun.
are you, honey?
These guys that are so desperate to meet someone who lives, 900 miles away. Wouldn't it be easier just to go out to a bar or a party almost every night and talk to a real girl?
They already have. This is the last. This
that
is
didn't
Custard's
work.
last stand here.
Okay.
Doug.
The
This
last
is it.
bastion.
Okay.
They have nothing.
They tried it and it didn't work.
Is there a way of posting a picture on YouTube?
No.
You want a picture of her now, don't you?
I'd like to see what she
You
looks
might
like.
be the best I've ever worked with.
Okay, Jay.
Oh, she came
No
in.
pictures.
Well, I'm gonna guess that she's very cute.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna guess she's very cute.
We're gonna have to put her in a hotel under like a fake name, like she's like a rock star, because our listeners will probably try to find her.
Oh boy, it's a girl.
That's all it takes.
I mean, there's even more girls than men on the planet and in the country. Why is it so hard for some of these guys to just meet a girl, just in a normal sort of way?
Look at their game. Like, you can take, for example, what they're saying on YouTube. You can't take that game plan and go to the streets with it and test it out and think you're going to have any success with that.
I suppose.
Again, Doug, this is it. This is what they got.
Yeah.
They have the internet. They got chat rooms, and
They're not going to get out of the house. They're not leaving the house.
Or they're just bored husbands. Their wives are tired of them. They probably can't get hard anymore.
That's the issue. Impotence.
Just like our dear Deidre letter. Just sit around and do nothing and just try to find girls online. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, it's
But leave
creepy.
Sheila alone. She's new.
Go on, leave her be.
Don't frighten her off before she gets to know the show at all.
Eh.
When she becomes a regular, then fair game.
Yeah, she'll be at a TMA Live.
Yeah.
Maybe the night before the Dotem, Doug.
I don't think you're ever a fair game to be hazed.
Well, to have fun with, but they don't. Even if they're having fun, she doesn't know anybody yet. So she won't know if they're kidding. You know our audience. They kid with everybody.
Oh.
I don't know.
They don't mean anything by it. But she doesn't know that.
There's some big angry walruses out there.
Yeah, these guys are ordering 4Xs here.
Yeah.
They have.
These are
There's
big,
no
beefy.
willpower there.
Those are the harmless ones. They know they can't score. It's the other ones that think they're hot crap and think they can score on everybody, and then they start getting banty.
Like who? You got a name in mind there?
No, I don't give government names like you.
Yeah, I give government names.
I think we got a lot more guys carrying bouquet style listeners than we actually think.
Yeah, like the walruses. They're harmless.
The walrus.
They know they can't. They know they can't get these women, but they just have fun.
Oh, somebody sent in a picture of her, and she's really legitimately good looking.
The screenshots.
How do we know that's her?
It's the name. I mean, I guess you're right, but it is the name. This is in the text inbox, by the way. This isn't public. And I don't throw that around liberally.
Wow. How do they just type in Sheila to a Facebook page?
No, because her last name's on the on the YouTube chat.
Well,
So I was right. I said she sounded cute.
She is.
Yeah.
She gave enough information, sadly, over to where Buck Swope could probably do some analysis.
This Sheila has really become a star.
She gave just enough to where superstars in the dark web like Buck Swope thrive in these kind of pressure situations.
This is where he shines.
Guys, I'm sure Sheila feels relieved now that the shaggy scrotum that lures women into his apartment and enables them to vomit in his sink assured her that she's in a safe space. That's from neighborhood friend Little Tommy Tribbins.
Okay, nice, old Tommy.
I love the name, so I'll never get mad at you, Tommy. I didn't lure anybody in. There were actually ones that reached out to me and asked if they could come over. Don't blame me.
Guys, you should leave her alone. Let her be. Except for myself, of course. I truly can't help the fact that I'm beyond creepy and lack self-awareness. I can't help myself, but she should know I'm just kidding. That's from Iggy's principal, Magdalene's sister, Catherine Patricia.
Man, we just ruined that one. We almost got to another listener, Doug.
Yeah.
Boy, I just went into the YouTube chat, and it's like a dating scene in there for one girl.
It's like a dark place. Like it's like where you really feel bad.
Is she still in there?
She is.
Well, she hasn't left.
She's
so.
chatting more than anybody.
Well, good.
And she lives in Carolina. It's not like she lives, in St. Anne.
Yeah, she's
you got
not
no shot, walruses.
Yeah, wait till the DMs come.
Away, in my opinion.
Wait till the DMs start coming on Facebook.
Oh. She'll regret the day she ever stumbled on this program.
This was Sheila's biggest mistake. The Fats are going to go all in on this one. It's from Cuck Supreme.
Yeah, I think this is. She'll look back 20 years from now after she's had to switch cities like 4 different times.
Oh, my goodness. It's 8:06 in St. Louis. We'll close out our Mungan-ass 7 o'clock hour. You are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Watch TMA on YouTube. Click the bell to subscribe. Download the podcast. Find it at tmastl.com or wherever you podcast. And check us out on TikTok at TMASTL.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
So you're calling right now from a cell phone?
No, from a payphone.
Look at you. Where are you?
I told you, I'm at Blarney Castle.
You're kidding me. That's kind of fascinating.
It smells like mackerel. Oh, hold on 1 second. Why do you think this phone booth smells like fish in here? Any reason? It smells like fish in this phone booth. Yeah. I don't know. I'm asking some guy in a wheelchair why it smells like fish in here. He doesn't know.
What did he say to you?
He's like every Irish person. He asks for... Here, I'm going to put him on the phone.
Good. Put him on. Here we go.
Over here. He's a crazy guy.
You're going to make the disabled man wheel himself over to the phone
We'll do a little man in the street.
In which he can't probably get in.
Smells like fish in here. How come? There's somebody... Hey, you want to talk to my friend?
I'm Irish. I'll
You're on
talk
the
to
radio. Can you reach? I mean, you're in a wheelchair. This guy's in a wheelchair here, but I'm going to put him on. Is that all right, guys?
No, yeah, put him on. Why not?
What's your name? Mick McCarthy. I got Mick McCarthy in a wheelchair here. He looks to be a little boozed up. Go ahead, talk to my friend. No, he's not boozed up. No? Can you reach? No, I ain't, son. There you go.
Come on, Mick.
Right,
let's do it.
Hello.
Hi, Mick.
How are you?
Very good. Your name's Mick McCartney?
McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Yes.
Couldn't be more stereotypical. The cat says you just met our friend the cat. He's a Jewish gentleman. Don't hold it against him.
Yes.
The cat says that you've been drinking already today. Is that accurate?
Believe me, I haven't been drinking at all. It's the way my voice is. It was an accident I had.
What happened?
And my voice was left this way.
What happened to your voice? What happened?
I had tracheostomy.
Well, that wouldn't be an accident. That would be a surgery.
Yes, but it was part of my accident. Like, I was 3.5 months in a coma, and they had to shove pipes down my throat to feed me.
Why are you in a wheelchair?
Why? Because I lost my balance.
Well, now, did that have something to do with drinking?
Sorry?
Did that have something to do with drinking?
Oh, God, no, it didn't. No, it was a car crash that I had. You're okay now, right? You seem in good spirits. Yes, I'm in fairly good spirit now, like, but it was a car accident I had, like. And it's Mick McCartney? Sorry. Here, let me... What is it, Mick McCarthy? McCarthy. Mick McCarthy, thanks, brother.
He's already said that like 3 times, and I can tell you're starting to piss off his Irish temper.
Well, thank you, brother. And you know what? You're in a wheelchair, but you helped me out because I want to know why this phone booth smells like mackerel. Thank you. I said that some people had fish and chips here last night. Yeah, so they come in the phone booth. Yeah, they come in the phone booth. Well, God bless you, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a million. All right, carry on.
He just tanks a million. It sounds like Dolores O'Riordan from the Cranberries.
So I'm noticing, though, that anyone you ask anything around Ireland, they mumble at you. Hey, can you tell me how to get to the Blarney Castle? Will you? I don't know. And they just start mumbling.
I couldn't understand half the things Mick McCarthy was saying.
That's the whole... Martin, when you were here, could you understand anything that... Well, this guy's a sad case. I just saw him in a wheelchair, and I thought, hey, why not bring him over and talk to the guys?
Yeah, after about 6 Guinness, everything starts to make sense, Jim. Just keep going.
Well, I'm about 2... I'm about 2 in, so I'll keep going. Now, last night, too, I tried to give that, what do you call it, football, they call it here, soccer, whatever. Big thing because Ireland's playing France last night. I'm in Dublin, right?
Right.
So everyone's at the pub watching it. I mean, you'd think it's the World Series. So I think, all right, I'm going to watch this in the environment so I can get a flavor. I'm going to become a soccer guy. Boring.
You didn't enjoy it? You didn't get into it?
France won. You know, and it's not like baseball where it's a pitcher's duel where you see, you know, a great pitching performance or you see, you know, great defensive plays. You see a lot of guys just kicking the ball and running and falling down. It's garbage.
Yeah, but they're in good shape and they're cute, and that's what the draw for producer Joe is.
It's called soccer, Jim.
Mick McCarthy.
It's the morning grind, Martin.
Yeah, so what was his deal? He fell down or something?
Well, he said he had an accident, and then I said, what was the accident? And he said, I had a tracheotomy. And I said, well, that would be a surgery, not an accident. And then I said, why are you in the wheelchair? And he said, oh, I lost my balance. And I asked if that had anything to do with the booze, and he denied it, but I think it did.
I think if you go back through the research, there'd probably be no question.
That body of work.
The
People's
cat.
Show. It's the People's Show.
It is the People's Show. Jim Hayes, the cat, is over in Ireland.
With Mick McCarthy.
Hanging out with the family. I think the cat might be a little bit boozed up.
I don't want to offend anyone, but it seems to me these people might be idiots.
Oh, my God, I am offended. And how about the fact that the one guy he puts on the phone's name is Mick McCarthy?
They're all Mick McCarthy.
Oh, he's offensive.
It's hilarious. And they all drive very small cars. Oh, now my boy Mick is lighting up a pipe. I don't know what he put in it. Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Where are you, in a pub? I thought you said you were in a phone booth. How big is this phone booth?
I'm in a phone booth right outside a pub.
Of course. And Mick's in the pub already?
No, he was just passing by, and I saw it, and he looked sort of intelligent for an Irishman. So I said, excuse me, why does it smell like mackerel in here? And he wheeled himself over. Became a guest on the show.
Celebrate your favorite team's touchdowns this year with Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. May their feet be swift and their aim be true. May the refs be forever in your favor and your whiskey always Tullamore Dew. Tullamore Dew, the original triple blended, triple distilled, smooth sipping Irish whiskey, made exactly for game day moments like these. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Please enjoy Tullamore Dew responsibly.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. Looking for that perfect gift for someone special? Skip the flowers and chocolates and bring home a new mortgage this Valentine's Day. Whether it's a pre-approval for a new home or a simple cash-out refinance, we've got you covered. Refinancing or buying a home? Why would you go anywhere else? Mortgage rates are still near historic lows, but we need to get you locked in today. Fall in love with your lender again at thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326240.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Get the TMA mobile app and enable notifications so you don't miss a thing. See our content on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And stream us on the TMA mobile app and at TMASTL.com.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Now, back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
Nards. Ryan Kelly Morning After. It's 105.7 HD2 FM. TMASTL.com, that brand new app. I guess it's 3 weeks old at this point, but it's still the bee's knees. The Morning After STL is how you can download it. We were able to, and then, of course, YouTube, where Sheila has made an appearance, and the show immediately pivoted off all the topics that I had lined up.
Right, because we actually got to talk to a girl. Oh, boy.
That's what's going on in YouTube. This is now Harry's in 2002 is our YouTube channel chat
Oh, that
room.
was a happening spot.
I know it was. It was.
Yeah. I mean, it's the place to be and be seen in St. Louis, and then all of a sudden, nothing.
Gone.
Next thing
It's not even there.
Leveled. It's now
Boy, it was a whole thing.
It was.
Your memories of Harry's in the 2000s, or even the 90s for that matter. A lot of Rammies would be there. Number 28 was there often.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember
Lines
our
out the door waiting to get in.
general manager at KFNS would love to wear his KFNS shirt to Harry's to let the ladies know that he worked at KFNS.
Oh, wow, I bet that worked.
This is the general manager circa 2000. God, what year would that have been? Like 5, 6?
Can you imagine working at AM radio and thinking that was what going to get you over the
And
top?
the ladies just flocked to him because he had that logo on his shirt?
Well, later on in the evening, he would buy lap dances for us and then appear in the room with us as we were receiving them, which I always thought was odd.
Well, this is not at Harry's. This is somewhere else.
That's correct. We would cross the river after the shirt didn't work out for him.
Yeah.
And then his way to get home, so to speak, was watching his employees receive lap dances that he would purchase for them. Is that a cuck, Iggy? I know Iggy's not in yet. His breaks are a little longer contractually. Maybe I can ask him on that.
Well, it's optional. The first
I don't know if he interacted with that. That was the first guy, producer Joe, who might be texting me right now. I just felt my phone vibrate. I noticed producer Joe will not let go of a grudge. And I would bet you if he saw that guy now, 16, 17 years later, he still would
Is
not
that the
talk to him.
McDonald's T-shirt incident?
Yes.
Okay.
That is
That's
correct.
all we
Yes,
need to
and
know.
producer Joe is the one who was texting me 2004 to 2007. Producer Joe, I'll ask you this since you're listening to the program and this has nothing to do with Iggy. Did this gentleman ever buy you a lap dance and watch you receive a lap dance?
Why didn't the guy wear his credential from like a 2002, Tuesday night game against the Brewers?
Oh,
I think
just
that
around your
with,
neck?
Yeah, with that.
That's
I'm a media
something.
member, man.
I've been to a game.
Is there any kind of shirt you could wear that the ladies would love?
I mean, if it's really
Obviously,
It's a nice question. That's a nice question.
AM radio logos don't work. We know that.
What about HD2 FM?
That would be different. If it's high def, I think they'd be more likely to find you attractive.
I would say a very expensive shirt. Now, females obviously are more in the know in terms of name, brand, quality. I think
what's the brand that a guy would wear that would show that he had his...
maybe a Versace.
Producer Joe has confirmed that he, too, was on the receiving end of a purchase lap dance in which the gentleman sat and watched in the room.
That sounds like a cuckold situation.
Is that a cuck, Iggy? We were talking about, no names, what would go on with... were you at KFNS from 2004 to 2007, or were you somewhere else?
4 to 7. I was in Springfield, I think.
Oh, all right. So you never interacted with this gentleman.
I got back from Springfield, I think, in 05.
When did he get back from Springfield?
I think 05.
But then I was in 1380.
Okay. So the general manager would go to the Stag bars often, and then he would purchase lap dances for us. And the first time it happens, you're like, oh, that's a nice gesture. Not really into the whole lap dance thing myself, but whatever. Dry humping's fun. More high school, but fine. And you're like, okay, nice gesture. It's 2 a.m. We're a little left up on the Hennessy. Good. But then all of a sudden, he's sitting there watching you get the lap dance, and that's a little awkward. And producer Joe says he had it happen to him. I know it happened to me. I would imagine anybody else who was there who would go to the Stag bars had it happen to them. Is that a cuck?
No, that's just perverted.
Oh, it is?
But we don't kink shame on this show.
No, we don't
This is a
kink shame.
sex-positive show. Sheila, this is a sex-positive show.
Watch it.
So was he in there like making sure everybody had a good time?
No, I think he was pleasuring himself.
Perverted.
Well, that's a cuck.
No, it's no cook.
It seems like a cock.
Dude,
Well, he's not dating anybody in that relationship. He's not dating the stripper. He's not dating the person he purchased a lap dance for.
Yes, but he's watching
He's not getting
interaction go
berated.
on while he's pleasuring himself.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's just perverted. It's not a cock.
Well, I think they're both one and the same sometimes.
Yeah.
All right.
The same umbrella.
All right, so the guy, the Arizona pitcher, or the guy who was, I don't even know, what team was he? He was in
Blue
Arizona.
Jays catcher.
Blue Jays catcher. He was pleasuring himself in a Dollar General.
Okay.
Is that a cuck?
No, because he
He's
was.
watching a girl and he's masturbating. Is that a cuck?
Yeah, but there wasn't another guy involved. Like, I mean, the dude paid for a lap dance so he could watch and pleasure himself. That's a cuck.
No,
he's in the same room watching the lap dance.
It's kind of a power move.
What is a power move, Jackson?
Buying the lap dance and then sitting there and watching and, hammering on it.
Well, it's a guarantee.
Hammering on it, Doug. Did you hear that verb?
Don't use that kind of language
He just
around
wanted
here.
to see if he got his money's worth.
Guys, it's just good old-fashioned voyeurism. It's what our country was founded upon.
Yeah.
That's from Manupo eligible. Our country was founded on voyeurism?
Yeah.
think so.
I said it
Pilgrims
perverted,
were
but
great
that's a better
voyeurs.
term.
Stonemasons.
Voyeurism is a better term than perverted.
But it's kind of hard if the general manager says, here, do this. It's kind of hard to tell him no, isn't it?
I
Yes,
would have.
that is correct.
I would have told him no.
Yeah, it's a lap dance.
I would have said, get away.
Well, it's 2, 3 in the morning. You're obviously intoxicated, and he's your boss. And he's like, yeah, you want a lap dance? I'm like, okay, fine.
No, my mind works in different ways.
But then he's sitting there, and you go, what in the hell's going on here?
Yeah,
But
my
again,
mind.
you're a little sketched out, so you're not thinking clearly. Now I look back on it 15 years later, and you go, what in the world was that? Joe also has issued another statement, and I would still have a strong desire to punch him if I saw him. So, yeah, that's 15, 16
Well, he
years
holds
later.
grudges longer than anybody
That's
else.
what I was saying while you were...
Don't take a swing at
Who'd you
it,
get a chance to talk to in the hallways today?
Nobody.
No!
I had to, well, when I have to do 3 things, coffee, cigarette, bathroom, it's a little late, and I have to go down the floor.
The thing you had to do was bathroom. The others were just for
Bathroom,
your
coffee.
pleasure.
Now, they're working on the kitchen now, so the coffee pot is unplugged, so it's not warm. But I had to get the coffee, then I had to smoke, then I had to go to the bathroom. So there's 3 things I had to do. And then I have to go up a flight of stairs, so...
I don't know how you do it.
Do we need to build?
I don't know.
Do we need to build you like a smoking chamber on the second floor here?
They had one when I was at Meyer Communication in Springfield. He had and he would actually yell if I was outside smoking. I like fresh air. But he had a room that was like, it was like the airport thing where you go into the glass room and you smoke.
Yeah.
He had one inside. Perfect in the winter. But spring, summer, fall, I like to get a little air. I was outside smoking. He goes, what are you doing out here? That's why I built that thing so you don't come out here. I said, I can't come outside and smoke. You're making me smoke in that room?
Well, they were tired of you getting back late from the commercial breaks.
No, it was one floor. It wasn't elevators I needed to take. So he'd yell if I went outside to smoke. But they did have one. In the winter, it'd be perfect. Now, in the old days, when we were at 590 the first time, we were in the same building as KZK. And they had a hallway. And we smoked in the hallway. Me and Jay and Easy Ed Goodman. We just go in the hallway and smoke.
Oh, I like that Goodman. Is he still around?
I miss. No, he passed away. Yeah, I miss Ed. I talk to Kathleen, his ex-wife, or his wife, a little bit every once in a while when I see her. But yeah, we had a hallway to smoke, and so in the wintertime we could just smoke in the hallway. But those days are gone.
That was.
Let's bring them back. You want to light up a dart out here and see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Was in Clayton?
Pardon me?
Was that when the station was in Clayton?
Yeah,
it was at 40 and
the
what exit was
building,
that?
Right? It was in the 7th building?
No, it wasn't the 7th.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about because when I was interning, that's where I was interning. It was on Market Street.
No.
Okay, no,
that was afterwards. That was afterwards. Right after that, they went to Market before they went to Webster.
So where was that before? Was that the building Doug's talking about?
No, it wasn't the 7th building. It's in that same, I think, street. Yeah. It's the same street as if you take the street and you go right into the Adams Mark. Or not the Adams, you go right into the Ritz-Carlton.
Okay.
I don't know, it's Carondelet maybe?
Yeah, I follow you. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so we were there. Yeah, I remember when we were doing the Brett Hull show, and he told me, yeah, Gretzky's coming in. He's staying at the Ritz. You just got to go stand outside. He doesn't know what building it is. So I stood outside. Wayne, over here.
Great one. This way.
And then he wanted something free.
Gretzky did. What did he want?
Yeah, I told him that I just gave Brett a brand new Cobra driver. He goes, what'd you bring me? I said,
Yeah.
I didn't bring you. I didn't know you. I didn't even know you were coming in. He goes, well, got something golf related? I said, I got a dozen golf balls in my trunk.
Did he take that?
Yeah, I gave him a dozen golf balls. These guys wanted everything for free.
That guy was worth
Never
about
met him
$500
before.
million.
Now, they repaid me by, I just happened to have him and Brett were on the cover of the Sporting News when the Sporting News was still around. And I had 5 copies, and they signed all 5 copies for me.
Sweet action.
So I got something out of it.
How'd you get the Cobra driver to give to Brett Hull?
Trade deal.
Well, yeah, when we were doing the
Is that the
Fairways
Steve
and
Bunyard
Greens.
show?
No, that was Fairways and Greens. Jay and I got more free stuff than anybody. Jay will attest to that. When we would go to merchandise show in Orlando, man, we walked out with...
Merkin show?
Merchandise show in Orlando.
Doug, let's go to the Merkin show.
Is there a Merkin show?
Well, I'm sure there's a Merkin show, too.
Free stuff.
Free Merkins?
Ooh, I like
Wear
that
my
bush.
Birkenstocks.
I like that fake bush.
Good one.
Hey, if you have visibility to your company or place of business as commercial fire alarm panel and system, please email EDF. The Engineered Design Facilities text inbox is sponsored by EDF. Fire at edf-rg.com. They'll have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com, the official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider of the Ryan Kelly Morning After. EDF is Missouri and Illinois preferred full-service vendor for licensed and certified professional servicing, monitoring, and testing for fire alarm services and systems, fire suppression systems, fire alarm system monitoring services,
tenant improvements and construction, security access monitoring services. It is Engineered Design Facilities, EDF, the sponsor of our text inbox. It's 8:25 in St. Louis. Coming up, we have our drops of the week presented by the Post. We can access those now, right?
Well, we can access the drops, but I would have to go to the other booth to edit them. And
We don't have the drops.
That's why, because I'm not for sure if I can cue anything up in my headphones during the show. I used to be able to. I'm sure you can hear.
Yeah.
I don't want to play anything over the air while I'm editing.
No.
Got it. Doug, that makes sense.
Okay.
Well, we do have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. We do have that.
I can't remember. I know Ellen Foley's electrician won yesterday.
It was a nice win for Ellen Foley's electrician.
Yeah. But I know JV golf coach won the first day of the month. I can't remember who won. I mean, I can just go back and listen to it, but I can't remember who won second day.
You haven't been keeping score.
Well, I usually do very diligently, but...
Morning, fellas. Any chance I can get my prize I won last month that Jackson said was on his dossier on Monday? Are you going to keep plugging along with this amateur hour like Roy McAvoy, plunking him into the hazard over and over again? That's from Vishnu and Randy Character. Sorry I was late. I didn't factor the flight of stairs into my jiggling handles of locked offices break.
I'm going to get you Vishnu and Randy C.
What are you getting him?
I'll talk to promotions, but I mean, the past 2 days, the only people in the office, the entire office, has been us, Courtney, the WIL show, and everyone one-on-one. There's no one else has been here because, with the snow, and if you could work from home, why wouldn't you?
I don't know why you wouldn't.
So, so my dossier kind of got scrambled. But I'll get it to you.
I think they're back today.
It just doesn't feel
everyone's
like
getting
dossier
back
is the right
Oh, is that everybody's back in the office today?
I don't know about everybody.
I saw our receptionist is here.
Oh, is that right?
She's been off the last couple of
Yeah,
days.
front office. Craig, the IT guy who saved our ass earlier this morning, was here. Yep. And so I think some people will be back. I'm sure not everybody. I mean, it is a Friday, and the roads still aren't perfect, but
270. Doug and I had no bad experiences, but Iggy said southbound it was rough.
Yeah, I mean, I had one lane.
Yeah.
I mean,
northbound, it was 3 lanes.
Yeah, northbound was good today.
There was 1 lane, and then 2 you could see were kind of plowed, but there was still snow on them. My lane was clear, but the other 2 had snow on them. But they did what they can. I mean, this is a big city, and they're short 400 people, so.
Yeah. So you get on at Page and come south to Olive?
That's right.
Okay.
I'm 1 exit away.
Yeah.
And the right lane is the one that was cleared, so I just kind of stayed in the right lane and then swerved onto Olive.
And I didn't have any problem at all. They were going almost the speed limit on 270 early this morning.
And I'm sure by the rest of the day, you may have some trouble with blowing snow, but
sun's out now. That'll melt some of that.
That's melting nothing.
Buck Swope texted me. Ellen Foley's mailman won on Wednesday.
Thank you, Buck Swope.
Gosh, this guy.
Ellen Foley's electrician won
yesterday.
So that's 2 different people.
Right.
Ellen Foley retweeted my tweet about
she did.
Yeah, it was nice of her.
Okay.
What a treat.
All right.
Tim, check the Facebook fan page. Sheila has joined.
Oh,
I didn't.
Welcome,
Jackson,
Sheila.
you approve?
I didn't. I haven't even been on the fan.
The only way you can know that if
she's
I search
asked
her
to
name,
join.
it's
Yeah, I'll add.
dangerous.
Should I guess.
Hell yeah,
Let her in.
Here we go.
Okay, approve.
Doug, over under how long Sheila will be on?
Hour and a half or so.
Oh, not even that.
She seems sporty.
She's probably not on it right now. She won't realize that she's been accepted, and then an hour and a half later, she'll come back and read some of the comments, and she'll say, "Okay, I'm out. I'm out
I
of here."
accepted her. She's in.
There's
there.
a difference between like being sporting and having to dodge 50 DMs and just a bunch of hungry, thirsty walrus people.
They're really heavy set.
Going after you like they're Adonises.
Do you have her picture handy still, or is that way down the text inbox?
Let's see. Well, she just joined the fan page. I would be able to see. Here we go. Jackson, what's doing? Is she in?
She's in.
Okay.
Doug, welcome to the show.
Okay.
Well,
she's one of the few who answered very few of the questions, but was allowed in.
Well, she just started listening.
There you go. Iggy, you haven't seen the picture?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, easy. Easy now.
Hell yeah, Sheila.
She's legitimately attractive.
Yeah. My niece, when my niece joined the fan page, she actually texted me. She goes, "What are the answers to these questions?" She didn't know.
Did you know?
I didn't know 2 of them.
Well, Sheila
There's
will
only
know.
2, and it's
I knew
where do
who's
you
on.
listen and what are the names of the people on the show?
Yeah, I don't remember. I knew the names of the people on
Are
the show.
you not aware of that?
There was another one. I said, what was that?
It's where do you listen?
Was that it?
Yeah, I mean these are kind of ABC.
Oh.
And then when they respond in characters that we've never seen before, it's a tell that they're not necessarily listeners and they're going to be bots.
Sometimes
it's a very low rung to get over and to get into the page.
And I had trouble with it.
Some people are very confused by the where do you listen or how do you listen. They, it's obviously we're asking what platform. Do you listen live? Do you podcast? Some will say usually in my car or something like that. Like some no, we're not asking like where physically you listen. Don't care.
Oh, Jay has already tagged Sheila.
I just went to welcome to the community, Sheila.
God.
And she's in. Doug, it's all happening now.
Okay.
But people will see she's legitimately attractive.
She's a
had
cutie,
a fun
yes.
little morning.
It looks kind of tiny.
Sitting there all alone in her house out in rural North Carolina.
You can tell.
Middle of nowhere.
Some
doing
people
nothing, minding her business.
Some people send you pictures of like the neck up.
And you think that they have a high BMI.
Yeah, then there's something wrong there.
Okay.
Not wrong, but something that's they don't want you to see. Otherwise, show the whole body. And don't post pictures of you and 4 girls and let us guess which one you are.
Okay. Get angry now.
I'm just going by the dating apps.
Okay.
You have a picture of...
How's that working out for you, your dating apps?
I haven't even checked.
Jackson, what about you? Now everybody's inside hanging out. This is a good time for you to strike.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Well, you don't check it? I would assume you're checking it regularly.
Me?
No.
Oh.
Jackson.
Every other day.
I'm not going to go out with them anyway, so what do I care?
Why aren't you going to go out with them?
I don't go out.
Why not?
I'd rather sit at home.
Oh, come on. That's boring.
Yeah, one
That's not the old Iggy I know.
Got 1 episode of Ozark left for this season.
Knocked it out.
Yeah, I know what the ending is because I told you yesterday that girl ruined it. She put the ending out there.
Oh.
So I know what happens in the final episode.
Okay.
She ruined it.
Have you contacted her about that and said, hey, why'd you do that?
She posted something yesterday. She goes, put a name up there and said, I'm blocking you because you were talking about hemorrhoids. Then I said, well, I should block you for ruining Ozark for me.
And then what was her response to this as you guys go back?
I don't think she did.
When were you talking about hemorrhoids?
I wasn't. Somebody on her page was, so she blocked him. And then I responded in that thread of hers. I said, I should block you for ruining Ozark. And somebody responded to mine and said, I'm with you there. She ruined it until I realized I'd already seen it. So how stupid are you? How can you lose something you've already seen?
I don't know. Short-term memory issue.
I was upset too, but then I realized, oh, I've already seen that episode. I remember that. It didn't ruin it. Why'd you even respond? Oh, God.
It's not easy, Doug. That's the lesson.
I think you should just get on that dating app and get yourself out and about a little bit and get back to the old Iggy.
Somehow I'm on something called Zoosk.
Now, what is that?
What?
I don't know. I'm getting all these emails. You have 4 matches on Zoosk. When did I join Zoosk?
That's
No,
probably a
but
spam.
I'd look into it.
No, you get into one, and then all these other websites start sending you stuff.
How do you know some of these matches for you aren't some beautiful woman who's got lots of money and looking for you to spend the rest
I
of
don't
your
know,
life?
because I would have to pay to see who they are. And I'm not.
Even on those other ones, you have to pay to see who it
Well,
is?
the other ones are fake. I checked on one of them, Zoosk. You have 8 matches. I went to Zoosk. It says $14.95. See them all. No, thank you.
Okay, forget that one.
Well, they're all like that.
Oh.
Tinder's even like that.
It is.
You have 3 matches, and they're blurred faces.
Nice.
You want to unblur them? $12.95. We'll
Jackson was
unblur
saying
them
you
for
could
you.
see them. He was saying you could see them.
Well, I'm a whore. I'm paying for it.
You're not paying for it.
I'm a John.
You don't have to pay for it.
Well, I'm not paying for it, so I see nothing.
You just have to keep swiping.
Screw that. And then I swipe.
And then you get nothing.
I swipe, and then I get a match, and they send me a thing. You matched, and then you got to pay.
No, if you've matched with a person, if you've both swiped right, if you've both said, I like this person, then you can start messaging without payment.
You are able to if you match with them.
I put the age group, and I had to put my age in, and I'm not swiping on a lot of them.
That'll do it. Back to you, Steve.
Look, I'm no prize, but, I mean, my God.
Extend your radius. Like, make it, like, how many miles apart? If you make it, like, 3 miles apart, yeah, I bet it's going to be slim pickings.
I'll just put 6 blocks away.
Well, go to Farmington.
And I'll see who's in my complex
do
that's
like
on there.
30 or 40 miles.
Yeah, extend it out to Farmington, Eureka Way.
Right.
Well, that's a big difference between Farmington and Eureka.
Well, I'm just saying extend it as far as you can. They get more desperate the more rural they
Don't do
get.
200. You can't be hooking up with a chick from Kirksville.
Yeah, you don't want someone who's
I don't know. If
geographically
you live
undesirable.
in Eureka, you're right by Six Flags.
Right.
That's a good point.
Two birds, one stone.
Deep, easy date.
That's a positive.
How young a gal are you willing to date, Iggy?
Willing to date?
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not dating anyone.
No, but you're looking for love on
No, I'm not.
these websites.
I'm not looking for love. You want to go out and have a cocktail or whatever, and then maybe go back to my place? Great. I'm not looking for a relationship. I love my privacy too much. I don't want to date. I don't want a relationship. What are we doing tonight? I'm going to stay home and watch TV. I want to go out. Well, we're not going out, so that's what would happen. Because I like staying at home a lot.
You'd be a real exciting partner.
I like staying at home a lot. Summertime, I play golf, work in the garden. I may go out and have a cocktail with some people on a patio, have fun. But normally it's just I cook, watch TV, go to bed.
And very happy about it, right?
Yeah, I'm very happy with what I do.
Yeah, why do people want to mess with your life, bro? If you're happy.
Yeah, so I don't need a relationship.
Hey, let's go to Wheelhouse on Saturday.
And see what's doing.
Yeah.
Why not show
You seem
yourself
frustrated
off
by
a
the
little bit?
question.
Yeah, well, you know what's sad is that, when you were a kid and you went to school and your mom and dad, all right, 9 o'clock, school tomorrow, time for bed. You go, God, I can't wait till I'm an adult. I can stay up as late as I want. And I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock. Same thing. I'm an adult and I'm still going to bed at 9 o'clock.
Well, you've hit that age. Plus, you have to get up very early in the morning.
So that's what I'm saying. It's just you really don't change from childhood. Doing the same thing I did as a kid.
Well, if you have this job, it doesn't make sense to stay up late for this job.
No, because I can function on 6 hours sleep. I would like to get 7, but I can function on 6. I just go home and take a nap. But
All right.
Let's all go take a nap together.
I'm not going
Nice.
to do that.
Oh, yeah, Jackson. Plowhawk, have you seen this Auburn story? I know you monitor the SEC, kind of like
I like
kind
the
of like
SEC.
Esteban Yan does with his gambling.
I saw the text or the text exchange that you sent me was from Tiger Woods thinking Drake would go to Auburn. I'm not for sure if that's the same story that you're talking about.
It is.
Well, that's
Doug Brian Harsin is the coach of Auburn. I know you've been monitoring Harsin's career for a number of years.
Yeah, very close.
Been there a year.
He was there a year. Auburn is becoming the Knoxville of the SEC West, and they might be getting ready to fire him. He didn't have one signing a couple of days ago when they every other school had signings, and so coincidentally, now there is a story that Auburn is looking to fire him for cause and get him out.
They didn't get one football recruit?
No.
Auburn didn't get one?
They're leaving the audience wanting more.
Wait, what did this mean? They didn't get him on National Signing Day, or they really don't have one recruit?
No, they have. I don't think they got anyone yesterday or the day before, whenever National Letter of Intent Day.
Maybe they're shopping on the portal for all their players. They want veteran players, guys who've been around a little bit. Is that possible?
Not in the SEC.
I mean, if I'm Auburn, I definitely go try to find a guy that can get put 60 on, but by a Tennessee team. Obviously, that comeback in North Texas.
Yeah.
And you get a guy that just flat recruits, but you don't know how he coaches. That is what you need to build a program.
I feel kind of bad for someone, though, who tried to recruit and got no one.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sorry for him.
This is a man who was leading Alabama with a few minutes left, and he couldn't get,
and can't
You're
get
going
a
after the wrong
recruit.
guy.
So the screenshot I sent the Plowhawk was Drink could be high
On Auburn. It's funny
Drink
because
could be high on Auburn's
You couldn't
list.
even get the
If
sentence
an
out.
opening happens, it's a school that Drink would be tempted to go to.
and we know this by nothing. This person knows nothing about Drink, about what the contract he
Can
had.
you imagine
Should I just call
if
Gabe now?
Auburn announced that Eli Drinkwitz is their head coach?
For one, I imagine both fan bases, and also imagine getting the number 5 overall player, the number 1 recruit at the wide receiver position, and then you decide, yeah, that top 10 class is nice, but I like going to a team that didn't have any signings.
Well, maybe he takes these guys with him.
Here is the story. Auburn signed 0 scholarship players on National Signing Day.
I feel bad for them.
It's got to give you an inferiority complex. Like, God, does anybody like me?
That's a provable statement. It happened. There was no fax at 7 a.m. local time. Nobody was on flip watch. There wasn't a single surprise involving Auburn. Coach Brian Harsin didn't hold a press conference. He had nothing to discuss. It was a day completely devoid of recruiting news. The reality is that Auburn going over on NSD, Doug, that's National Signing Day,
right,
wasn't the strangest news of the past week. Harsin said goodbye to offensive coordinator Austin Davis, who's a quarterback for the Rammies, right?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
After an awkward 10 days with boots on the ground, defensive coordinator Derek Mason, who used to be the head coach at Vanderbilt, bounced for Oklahoma State after telling his Auburn players that he wasn't taking another job. One of the team's last remaining veterans at wideout, Javarius Johnson, hit the transfer portal Tuesday. In so doing, Johnson became the 18th scholarship player to announce plans to leave the Tigers program.
Oh.
Things are not going well.
Doesn't seem to. They've lost 18 and gained none?
Nope.
Dude, they are so screwed.
They can have a team.
So I got to tell you something. If you're looking at Missouri's schedule and you used to go, well, at Auburn, that's going to be a problem. Maybe at Auburn's gettable in 2022.
They may not be able to get 11 guys on the field.
Maybe at Auburn's gettable. Maybe these fighting Tigers are undefeated when Georgia comes a-calling, Doug, in October. A win at K-State, a win on the Plains, and now they're top 10. Undefeated and knocking off Kirby Smart's Georgia Bulldogs, and Drink is headed to where at that point, Plowhawk?
I mean, I have them at the Patriots in 2025.
Oh, have you replacing Belichick?
But with this recent news that, he could leverage this Auburn job to try to maybe push Belichick out. Belichick kind of on the end of his ropes, obviously had that.
Doug, does he go to Auburn or does he go to Foxborough?
Well, what Plowsy says is making a lot of sense. I guess he goes right to Foxborough.
Yeah, you don't want to. For him to stay at Missouri with all the success he has makes zero sense. Yeah. I mean, you've maxed out what you can do there.
I might dead serious, because there's no way in the world he's listening. Text Gabe and say, are you concerned that Drinkowitz is going to go to Auburn?
Yeah, we need the latest news. Oh, man. I feel bad.
Go on Tiger.
Tell me to go
on Tiger Board. Go on Tiger Board and post that.
Now, to be fair, Auburn does have the 18th best recruiting class in the country.
But, Doug?
Off the portal?
Does it matter?
They have no 5-stars. They have a decent amount of 4-stars and a bunch of transfers from Oregon. But
is that going to be unusual, though, going forward, that, maybe on signing day you're not signing a lot of players, you're just getting a lot of people from the portal? Transfers?
That's where it's heading.
They only got 5 transfers, so it's not like they cleaned up in the portal, and none of them are. I think 2 of them are 4-stars.
Well, where are the players coming from?
So how are they 18th ranked if you only got 4 players?
5 in the transfer portal, 18 recruits signed.
Well, I thought they didn't sign anybody.
Not on National Signing Day. They did not. They signed them before.
Oh.
Doug, early signing period.
Well, I'm not going to worry about them anymore then.
Now you don't feel badly.
No. Well, no, they're still concerned if you get everyone else got recruits on National Signing Day. It's not like they didn't try to get recruits. They did, and they didn't get them.
I mean, is Luther Burden still a number 1 guy when he goes to Auburn?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Did he sign yet?
Yeah. He's already on campus. He's enrolled in classes.
Oh, okay, so he'll be in the portal within a few months.
I don't like this portal thing. I don't like it.
I don't like having
the
a
players
coach.
The players have nonstop free agency, which I guess for them it's similar to the coaches who have it too, but it's just messed with the whole system. And it's chaos now. I mean, there's literally thousands of players in basketball that are in the portal. A couple thousand.
Well, you knew that was going to happen once they started paying them. You're going to go. You're going to go. Who's going to give you the more money?
I don't. There has to be a happy medium between the players can't do anything. They got to sit out a year. Not going to let them transfer if I don't want them to. There has to be a happy medium between that and just complete chaos.
I agree with you 100%, Doug. Because college football has been trending upward substantially, whereas college basketball has been trending downward over the last decade. And if you look at one of the main reasons why college basketball has been trending downward, it's because of the one-and-dones, and because fan bases not necessarily feeling a connection to players or to teams, or in the case of other situations, coaches, because people are just bouncing around constantly, and now college football is heading in that direction. I agree that players should be able to have the flexibility that the coaches have, but this has gotten, just over the last few months, to a point of absolute chaos.
Yeah, and you can imagine what happens when suddenly a player doesn't like the coach says something to the player. The coach says, we're going to move you from wide receiver to safety. That's it. I'm out. Oh, I spent all this time recruiting you, and now you're leaving. Or you were late for practice. Run a lap. I'll show him. I ain't running. Goes to the portal. Off he goes. It's going to have a big effect on that, too.
Portal.
I don't know what the happy medium is, but I hope it can be found.
Well, I mean, in the NFL, you can't just sign all year round. There are signing periods. So that's the issue. And what Lane Kiffin was saying when he got Banty at his press conference earlier this week, he said something along the lines of, it's even going to be worse after spring practice, because after spring practice, guys are going to realize that they're not going to play, and then those guys are going to transfer. And then that's going to have a domino effect on who's going to be on rosters when August rolls around.
The problem with the transfer portal and thing like that is a guy like Lane Kiffin, who I enjoy, but this isn't the guy giving advice on what's wrong with college football when he has jumped from job to job in his early to mid-30s, more so than any player we've ever seen jump from school to school. So you can't take that seriously. I mean, you're talking about coaches who don't coach bowl games and go right to more money. Coaches that say one thing in the media to their players and give them 2 minutes to say, hey, actually, I am taking a job. These players don't care anymore, and I love it because neither do the coaches. The coaches have no care about these players. University, they don't care at all. They have buyouts in place, so they're getting paid regardless. So guys like Lane Kiffin preaching morality of college sports is absolutely hilarious.
Well, he's not. I mean, I don't think he's preaching morality of college sports. What he's saying is they should have the right to do it, but there needs to be some kind of system in place as far as when players can, like the NFL. He's not saying players shouldn't be able to be free agents. He's saying there are time periods for signing, and then there are time periods when players and coaches are off limits. So that's what he's saying, that right now the overcorrection has been no rules at all. And it's. I think in 2 years we'll look back on 2022, if you're really paying attention to college football in particular, and go, God, that was absolute craziness. Yeah. I think they will do something different. But I agree with the Plowhawks' general point is that players should have the same flexibility that coaches do.
Is there a cap on what a player can make?
No.
Well, maybe that's where you go. That way you have
cap NIL.
It's a state-by-state law. It's national name, image, and likeness law for each state. So each state is different.
The NCAA couldn't say, okay, you're allowed a $250,000 cap for 4 years. No. That way, if you have the better players, a 5-star say, well, we're going to give it to you right away. Or a mediocre player will give you $100,000, and then well, I only got $100,000. I can't go here. So you almost have to, once you sign a guy for $250,000 over 4 years, that's what you're going to get for endorsements. He can't go anywhere because he's already capped out, so he can't get in the portal and go make more money someplace else. He's stuck there.
I don't know how many players are going to be affected by money that big. There'll be some.
There's a lot of people in the portal.
Yeah, but they don't all get huge money from their.
No, it depends on what state you're in. Like if you're in certain states, you can use your school's logo in your name, image, and likeness stuff. That's huge. That's a huge advantage.
I just think of it more in terms of like what happened at Mizzou, where Connor Bazelak is your starting quarterback for almost 2 years, and as soon as the first game that he said, "No, we're going to start Brady Cook," he's out. The first time he didn't get the starting job, he left the school.
We don't know, but we don't know if that's the reason why he left.
Well, why else would he have left?
Because maybe he saw what's coming next year and didn't want to be in the quarterback competition.
I know, but isn't that going to happen everywhere, though? Competition's coming. I better leave my school. I better quit.
Well, depending on how good they are. I mean, Jalen Hurts could have left a couple of times and stayed.
But is that what everybody's going to do as soon as they get benched once?
Well, they should, because this is their future. I mean, let's say they decide to stick it out and play 1 year at their university, have a good season, but don't have the longevity, the resume to get drafted. Maybe they transfer 2 years prior, get some publicity, get some notoriety, get some stats, and get drafted. It's either he is almost going to be an afterthought and not even have a chance in the NFL and you don't make your money, or you get some exposure, you get some playing time. Who cares? Maybe there is.
But the NFL, you're talking about a very small number of these people. How many guys from recent Mizzou teams are in the NFL?
I'm general. I'm not talking about Connor Bazelak in Missouri. I'm just talking about why players transfer in general. And people are like, oh, playing time, you got to man up. I get that, but you can say that, but now the rules are in place. And I also feel if you put a deadline, that gives coaching to manipulate the roster. Because mainly the transfer portal, they don't like it because they're going to teams that they're playing. They're in conference. they don't really care about the player coming in. They care about the players leaving and what teams they're going to. So they can manipulate the roster. So they're, hey, you're going to, have a lot of playing time. Transfer day ends. You can't transfer. That dude's a third stringer. He's not going anywhere. He kind of just, on the bench at that point. That gives no leverage to the players.
I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago. There's not a ton of top-notch number one players on their team leaving to go to the portal to go someplace else. They're guys like Basilak who we're talking about. Well, who cares? He was going to be behind Cook. He was going to be behind Cook, and then maybe the guy who comes in, the freshman this year, he'd be like third. So who cares? We're losing a guy that's not going to play anyway.
All right, enough sports. Nobody cares. Move on to Cox, Sheila sandwiches, Doug's Scrum. Anything but sports. That's from Wedding Tackle. Doug, in an hour and 15 minutes, I'll be receiving a different kind of text.
We don't want Sheila talk.
Now, Jay did. I saw where Jay said, "Welcome to Sheila" on the fan page, and she responded, "Thanks, bunches."
So it's going well.
I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
How much for the listeners to fork over to get the TMA live?
Iggy, you wanted a caddy in your first match?
Some of these guys who haven't seen a girl in 6 or 8
I think
months.
Rebecca's caddying for me. We're gonna get Rebecca. I think.
Who?
Rebecca.
Doug?
And who is Rebecca?
I won't give a last name. She's on the fan page.
God, I'm supposed to know all
So we have
5,000
8
people on the
female
fan page.
listeners and probably one named Rebecca.
Those of us who
Well, you
don't
say we
live
have
our
like 2
lives-
listeners, so I just said
lives on the
Rebecca. So narrow it down. We only have 2 female listeners, according to you.
Well, if you go to the fan page and type in Rebecca, I guarantee you
I dig
there's
Rebecca.
one
I've said that
name.
before on the air. I dig her.
Plowhawk with a strong gif under her posts.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're not only going to have to make some...
Ed Powers emoji.
Although, Iggy, Plowhawk, yesterday when you were out, Iggy told the Ed Powers story again, and I said, that's Plowhawk's avatar now on Twitter.
Yeah, it's creepy.
He is a creep.
It's just a creep, man. It gives me a creep vibe. I need to change it.
The black socks. Somebody was asking if Jackson can have Ed Powers TMA socks made in the merch store.
That's not bad.
Just black silk socks.
Just go get some gold toes.
See, there's a lot of things we can make. A lot of inside jokes we can put on attire and stuff.
It's nice.
And Ed Powers sex socks.
That's
right
correct.
At the top of the list.
That's correct.
Don't take these off.
You're a vibrator.
You got your vibrator in?
That's a simian.
We under attack?
That's
Or a
neither
Sibian.
a simian or a vibrator. It's probably a reciprocating saw. They're doing some construction in the building.
Doug, why don't you get your hard hat on and give him a hand?
I would love to go.
Producer Joe is...
Right.
Caleb Williams wasn't a top-notch player. This is why idiots shouldn't talk when they know nothing.
Well, you should listen a little bit closer because I said not a lot of times. I didn't say none. I said not a lot of top-notch starting quarterbacks, running backs, or leaving programs to go into the portal. I didn't say none. I said not a lot. So why don't you go ahead and give me all of the ones that were
Here it comes.
5-star starters on their team and left to go into the portal. Go ahead, give me the list. Because I said not a lot. I didn't say none.
The 2 Oklahoma quarterbacks are the only ones that come to mind.
Jackson Dart from USC to now Ole Miss is a big one. There's
Hotty
a
toddy, good God
couple.
almighty.
But I'm with Iggy. Most of the transfer guys you've never heard of. I think Missouri cleaned up with the Hopper brothers?
Well, most of the guys...
The cousins? That is a great transfer.
Most of the guys in college football you've never heard of. You've only heard of a handful of the stars on the big teams, right?
And
And
they're-
things are
they're
going
the-
so well for them where they are. Why would they leave?
That's my point. There weren't a lot. We're talking about Basilak, who would have been third. Go ahead,
Well,
go
we don't
butcher
know
his
that. He
name
was the
too.
starter. He got set down.
Well, he
for
wasn't. He
one
isn't going to
game.
start next year.
How do you know? How
He
do
saw
you know
the
he
writing on
doesn't-
the wall.
How do you know you don't come back? You
All
get
right, he's not a big star. With the team went 6-6. Who cares?
Dude, if Drinkwitz would come back next year starting Basilak, I'm sorry, but you got some major issues on your hands. He had to go. Drink got really lucky that he transferred because
He was the
that
star.
Was
He
not
was the
working.
starting quarterback right up until the bowl game, and then as soon as he gets sad, he's out.
Yeah, but
He was a bum.
His year was awful this year. It was great. I
I'm
had
not
a lot
saying
of
he was a great
expectation
quarterback. I'm
for
saying
him.
he was the best they had. Apparently, he
Tyler
was the one
Macon.
playing.
Boy, I don't know. I mean, I thought he was the third best they
Yeah,
had.
he was the one
But
that
on his
played.
performance in 2021.
Who knows more football than Drinkwitz? He thought he was the best he had.
He's getting the Auburn job. We shouldn't question this guy.
No, I thought Basilak was I'm with Tim in third place on the depth chart in my book. But just look at Georgia. Look at the Georgia game the first quarter. How well did they play in the
Yeah,
first quarter?
I don't think he's very good.
Man,
But the
Luther
coaches who
Burden,
were with the
War
team
Eagle.
every day, they thought he gave them the best chance to win.
Yeah, well, he's a Hoosier now, so best of luck. They were ranked last year to start the season. They went, 2-9?
Yeah, that was a debacle. They had high hopes in Bloomington, Doug.
Well, then they came out with the wrong spelling on the jersey, and everything went downhill from there.
Now, Tim, hypothetically, you peruse Tiger Board. I'm on there every now and then.
Peruse.
And let's do a
Let me
hypothetical.
go to Tiger Board. Doug, are you on Tiger Board right now?
No, I'm not
It's
on
great.
anything.
A
Go there right
hypothetical
now.
scenario: Drake actually does go to Auburn, and Luther Burden decides to transfer. How would
my
fans
God.
take that?
I guess we'd have to become Auburn fans.
I mean, that's Michael Porter on steroids. That type of.
Now, there is a thread I have just spotted. It's called Love Drink.
Oh my God, no.
Love what he is building. If we are patient, he will have us back playing for championships. So there you go, Doug.
Okay.
Just got to be patient, and I agree.
He'll have
Gotta
us
be patient.
back playing for championships. I guess they're talking about the 2 SEC title games.
Right.
Has Joe texted in all the names of the top-notch players on their teams, the starters that have left to go to
He
the
just
portal?
texted me to check my email.
Oh, no.
So maybe he does have a
Emailing it.
little list
No, why don't
ready.
you just text in and give us the names?
He might have a list ready.
He has sent me an article about all of the players who have transferred. Shopping spree. These former 5-star recruits are on transfer portal watch.
Former 5-star recruits. What were they doing on their team before they went? That's what I want to
Spencer
know.
Rattler, J.T. Daniels.
Yeah.
Let's see, Kyle McCord. Like, remember Gary McCord? He was a delightful broadcaster.
Yes, I
don't know
do. I do.
Zach Evans, running back at TCU. Bro McCoy, wide receiver, USC. Did you say Demond Demas? You say Demon Demas? Wouldn't that be fun? Demon Demas.
Probably DeMond.
He's wide receiver from A&M. Bray Walker, tackle from Oklahoma. Corey Foreman, defensive end, USC.
You can name all these players, but what were they doing on their team?
Well, if they're
were they
5-star
were-
recruits, they're probably starting.
Probably playing well.
Not
JT
necessarily.
Daniels was a starting quarterback for Georgia until he get hurt, and then that's when Stetson Bennett replaced him.
There's a lot of 5-star recruits out there that have like 5 catches, too.
Oh, Prod Joe.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you can throw a lot of names out there. Give me their stats. They were a starter. He caught
Now you
80
want the
passes
stats.
for
First you wanted
1,000
the names.
yards. He's
Now
on the
you want
portal.
a complete statistical
He was a
rundown.
starting quarterback for Georgia. He was the running back and had 1,800 yards. He transferred. Don't tell me 5-star recruit. He caught 6 passes for 40 yards.
Well, Zach Evans from
But he was-
TCU is.
yeah,
great.
you've
That guy
named
is
like 4 or 5 players. And I said not many.
A pastry chef named Mesvin is in the YouTube chat this morning and says, is Connor Bazaliak a cousin of John Mazaliak?
Balak, Zaliak, Bazaliak, Mozaliak.
Over.
Whatever. Yeah, they're all wrong.
You think Mozeliak's related to Bozeliak?
Well, if I pronounce their names, they're probably cousins.
Probably.
Yeah, low-hanging fruit. Yeah, they're all about the same.
And I've never had problems with names before, so yeah.
I think maybe the bigger problem is players who become stars at lesser programs are going to be transferring to the Blue Bloods, and the distance between the haves and the have-nots will grow even greater. I think that might be an issue down the road.
Boy, it's already pretty distinct.
Yeah,
You know
dude,
what I mean?
Vanderbilt's never going to be relevant. Like, they're teams that are just never going to be good, ever.
Vanderbilt gave Mizzou a run for their money last season.
But Mizzou comes up with the players every now and then. I mean, a lineman or something, maybe not a big marquee name guy, but a guy who's going to be in the NFL. They've got a couple linemen in the NFL now. What's going to stop them from saying, I sure would be cool to play for Alabama or Georgia and play for the national title every year? What's to keep that caliber player from moving?
That's why you got to make Luther Burden happy immediately.
Well, I'm sure they do whatever they can to keep the stars happy now.
Does he have his own podcast now?
Luther Burden?
I thought I saw where there was a podcast that he's doing.
Sure, Drinkwitz is
called
a guest,
Burden something.
Backing up a big Mack truck full of.
If you were a 5-star recruit with the NFL future, why would you bother with a podcast right about now?
Money?
Brand exposure.
I don't know. I think I'd probably spend that time working out. Maybe.
Don't tell him what to do. He'll do what he wants to do.
I'm sure he will. I'm just saying, as an athlete, I think maybe you'd probably be better off spending time becoming a better athlete.
Brian Henshin covers Indiana football. And
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, Bazelak transferred there.
He's texting in some thoughts. I've never had problems with names before. More lies from the bebopping name butcher. Lies, lies, tell me sweet little lies. Also, the breathing is back. Not coincidentally, Boots the Breather has his face right by the mic. Doug, you can read Brian's work in the Indianapolis Star.
I'm not sure I can even say the name of the former Mizzou quarterback now that I've heard it mispronounced 15 times. I don't think I could say it either.
And you obviously don't understand sarcasm when I said, yeah, it's not like I never pronounce a name wrong. Kiddingly. I do it all the time, dumbass.
Easy on this guy.
I just can't believe it taken this long to get Drinkwitz as a big name.
That reminds me when we had that caller in from Tampa, and I asked if he was going to Gasparilla, but he couldn't hear me, and he goes, "Hey, are you going to Sarsaparilla?"
Oh yeah, I put that in a drop and a cut. I think
God, that's funny.
Hey, Tim, Natalie Imbruglia is 47 years old today. Thanks, Manute Bowl eligible. Doug, fun with birthdays. Natalie Imbruglia, 47.
Ernie Brolio would be, boy, he'd probably be 90 by now.
All right. Natalie Imbruglia, that means she was, how old, 22 when Torn came out? Am I right on that? Boy, she was just stunningly beautiful. Stunningly beautiful. Most beautiful woman ever to have a #1 single?
Ever have a #1 single?
Yeah.
Shania Twain have a #1 song?
Mariah Carey.
I'll go Natalie Imbruglia over both. All due respect, of course.
Gaga had a bunch of them.
Yeah, all due respect.
That would be in the male category.
Oh, Gaga's beautiful.
Oh, she's not.
But
does the best
Natalie
she can.
Imbruglia, this is said from a complimentary standpoint, is, you know.
Olivia Newton-John ever have a #1
It's a nice play. What was hers,
Whitney?
you think? Let's Get Physical, 1981?
Hopelessly Devoted to You, the Grease thing. Was that
Whitney Houston.
We'll go Natalie Imbruglia over Whitney Houston.
Olivia Newton-John did have a #1 song with John Travolta, "You're the One I Want."
Oh, Doug.
Yeah, she'd have to be in that conversation.
You know, that
she's
Gene
live.
Autry was a handsome lad.
Gene Autry.
I don't remember.
Didn't he have Spurs that jingle jangle?
I've got spurs that jingle jangle jingle ga 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 ga. As I go riding merrily along.
You know who had one of the highest selling singles, Doug?
Who?
The Brothers Mill.
Oh, the Mills.
Wow, 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 wow.
Glowworm. You hear that song, you can't help but like it. You can't help but like it.
Ed Sheeran's a cute little guy.
Yeah, oh, come on.
Flip that off.
Really?
That guy, how he ever.
Uh-oh. Plowhawk has a take on Ed Sheeran.
Carrie Underwood have a #1 hit?
Rihanna's the answer.
What about
Sorry.
Rihanna's the answer.
Carrie Underwood, what about her?
No, Rihanna over her.
Rihanna is awesome. She got that trailer trash vibe sometimes that I kind
what?
of like too.
She's from Barbados.
No, I know,
Well, they
but
have
I'm talking
trailers
about
there.
sometimes she looks like she just rolled out of bed.
Oh, I hear what you're saying.
And, like walking to the,
She's
the
pregnant.
mini mart for a.
Doug, she's pregnant.
Okay.
Rihanna is.
But they probably have more trailers per capita in Barbados than they have here.
Somebody ought to look that up.
Yeah, trailer
Camilla
trash.
Cabello. She's beautiful.
She got hacked, I think, as far as
Hacked. Her computer got
naked
hacked?
pictures or phone.
Camilla
Oh.
Cabello?
Almighty.
No, Rihanna.
Oh.
Oh.
She was one of the hacked.
And
Oh, is that
pictures-
right?
Pictures exposed.
Yeah, full frontal and back.
Oh, Ariana Grande. She had
Smooth as a
#1
dolphin.
song.
Ariana Grande's live.
Smooth as a dolphin.
She's live in the tournament.
Ellie Goulding. Oh, no, thank you.
But Jackson's really deep.
Lady Gaga had one.
She said quite a few.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah,
I
not
should
gonna
say.
be not gonna be her.
Idina Menzel had one. She's beautiful. Yeah, I'm still gonna go with Rihanna though.
What about Gene Ween?
Yeah, what about Gene and Dean Ween?
Shakira had one. Couple. She had a couple.
Yeah, Shakira's live.
Yeah.
Casey Musgrove, did she have a #1 hit?
Not seeing one.
Boy, she's gone brio. Holy moly.
With what? The big lips?
Just, it's a situation.
I always found Christina Aguilera
Yeah.
attractive.
Oh, big time. I love her music too.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, I don't know if she ever had one.
Now there's trailer trash.
Yeah, yeah. She's trying a little too hard. Trying a little too hard to be pushing the envelope.
I'm gonna go Rihanna. Final answer.
There it is, Doug. Rihanna has been selected by Jackson.
And congrats on your pregnancy. If she's
Yeah, she
listening.
listens. She's in the YouTube chat right now.
Her and ASAP Rocky
Sheila.
lesson.
Sheila's her handler.
Guys, I really enjoyed how Boots briefly continued his own personal conversation about the hacked nudes after you guys moved on quickly from it. That's from Indianapolis Star columnist Brian.
I don't think anybody moved on. We were still talking singers at the time.
Well, who else has had hacked nudes?
Brought up Rihanna, and I just threw out if anybody wants to go see her naked, you can.
Jennifer Lawrence, I think, had hers.
Don't you have something to do today?
Lawrence? Okay, get all over him.
Yeah,
Like,
Jennifer
I mean, you
Lopez
talk
or
about how you
Lawrence?
write for the paper, but you never
Jennifer
write.
Lawrence.
You sit on here and you chat all day and bitch, but then you don't write anything.
Jennifer Lawrence is an actor.
You go to the Final Four. I saw no articles on the Final Four by you.
She had nudes leaked.
Two different conversations going on right now.
National championship game. Hey, look at me. I'm in the press box with the shrimp. Where was your article? I didn't see any articles.
Yeah, the Gen Law thing was like right after.
I like shrimp. I like to cook it here at the workplace.
Do I hear a whistle?
Yeah, it's Hunger
Yeah, I'm sure that's me.
Her and Rue.
Sure, I'm breathing.
Did someone? I just heard whistling. Did someone just whistle?
Flowsy was whistling.
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I hear
I did
whistles.
the Hunger Games mock.
Warner. Touchdown.
Would Paul Anka be listed? He's
Doug, would Paul Anka beat out Rihanna?
What about Ass Tire?
Fred Astaire.
Fred Astaire.
Cher had one.
Oh man, she's so manly.
Manly?
She looks like a zombie that like worked out for like 30 years.
She's trying to hold it together. She's probably in her mid-70s by now.
Ooh, everyone want to take a guess on Cher?
75.
I'm gonna go 77 is my
I'll
play.
say 76.
Yeah, it's in that ballpark. I'll say 76.
Plowsy with the W, 75.
Nice win,
years
Plowhawk.
young.
It's a nice win for you.
She looks
I
every
give them
bit of
credit.
75.
I give women credit at that age for trying hard to hold it together.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. For that age, it's...
She can't possibly look like she did when she was 23.
She's close, though.
But she's trying.
Yeah, she probably looks better.
Celine Dion had one.
Had her nose done, so... If I can turn back time.
Oh, so good.
Nice.
That was really good. Well, guys, why are there so many conversations happening at the same time? That's from Manupal Eligible.
Yeah.
That was my fault. I thought Plowsy was asking if Jennifer Lawrence had a #1 single, and then that would make her eligible. But he was talking about leaked nudes.
Yeah, leaked nudes.
Got it. Now we're
Which
on the
are
same
very
page.
nice.
She's cute. She's not attractive.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence, the actress?
Oh my gosh, she's
I
gorgeous.
think she's cute. I don't think she's...
Yeah, I'm with Iggy. I think she's cute. I don't think she's ravishingly beautiful.
Well, I didn't say ravishingly
Tripping.
beautiful, but I think she is gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, come on.
But hey, you know what? Some people like some things, and some people
don't
like...
like other things. That's true.
Oh man, I love her.
I think she's with child.
Yeah, she is.
Look at this.
Somebody asked her what she's been up to, and she said having a lot of sex.
Oh,
good for her.
Because she's
Was that on...
Who asked her that?
I think she was on a Q&A with somebody.
Look at the anaconda.
With Ed
one.
Powers.
Well, she was... I don't know what movie, the last movie she was in. She was with her co-star.
Don't Look Up.
And they were doing a Q&A, or I think it was like an insult each other thing.
Oh, with Chris Pratt.
Yeah, and she said to Pratt something about, I just thought you were awful as an actor in that movie. And he goes, and when we did that love scene, I could feel your penis rubbing up against me.
Nice.
He said that to her, so that was kind of funny. But she's on a talk show where she's pregnant. And somebody says, what have you been up to? She goes, obviously having a lot of sex.
Oh man, I just...
Can Plowsy take over the 9 a.m. hour song? He has a beautiful voice. And also, Boots needs a timeout after his J-Law take. That's from Brian Henshin, who covered the national championship game.
I'm very surprised with your J-Law take.
Yeah, you have, look at you.
Damn.
Oh,
You're going to be critiquing women?
Did Plowsy just say, oh my God, look at the anaconda on her?
It's a photo
think he
shoot.
did,
Apparently
yeah.
she did with a snake.
Why do they have to do those pictures?
But you should see the eyes.
What's
It's
the deal with all the women taking pictures with giant snakes?
the bang me eyes, and she's gorgeous.
But it's a python. It's not an anaconda, right? They're not going to have an anaconda.
This one looked like an anaconda, but I'm
I
not
don't
a
think
snake
you could,
guy.
like
so
a
I don't-
10-foot
trust an anaconda.
I don't know if you could put one over your shoulder. Those things are heavy.
Yeah, I think
she
they're
did.
pythons.
She is really looking good.
I think you get the python fed so it's not hungry, and then you could probably take the picture.
Doug, you take picture with your big pythons.
Okay,
Nice.
Jackson.
Nice,
That's going to be
Jackson.
enough
Good for you.
No, show me that anaconda.
Send your emails in with your anacondas the morning after at InsideSTL.com for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. Comes up on the captain's log at 9:45. Action Jackson and I will move down the hallway to 101 ESPN for Balloon Party and enjoy the festivities there. And Doug, then it's the weekend. What's on your itinerary for the weekend? Big ponies? Sundresses?
We had relatives coming in, but they had to cancel because they got COVID, so they're not coming in. So I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know.
You're going to Tampa next week.
Yes.
That's the bee's knees. That'll be great.
Yep.
You going to hang out with Patty Maroon?
Probably won't see him.
What about Blaine Gabbert?
Probably won't see him.
Oh, Brady. Keisha Gray.
Probably won't see any of these people.
You're going to do one with
See
Keisha
my
Gray for
son
Sports
Greg,
Sunday.
Greg.
You
I'll
can
see him.
say hi to my buddy Andy when you're down there.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Okay.
What about the guy who bashed Mark Leishman's driving distance? Remember that guy who called?
Oh, yeah. Just stand right there on the Dale Mabry Highway and start screaming about Mark Leishman.
And then Andy. See if you can find Andy.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy who was critical of Iggy's observations regarding Mark Leishman's driving distance lives in the same building as Keisha Gray. Really? They only have one building in Tampa? Does your son live in that building, too?
I mean, he must if they just have one. I mean, I know it's an area of about 3.5, 4 million people, so there can't be more than one building.
And that guy just didn't seem that fun to hang out with, though. So I would probably not look him up.
Okay.
Thought he was smoking weed with Keisha Gray.
I'm not really going to
Well, it
look
started
up
out
anybody.
that way, but he got really too personal about Mark Leishman driving 2 yards less than what Iggy said. I thought that was a little bit of a reach.
Yeah, it's a red flag. Doug, don't fall into Tampa Bay when you're there.
Yeah, that happens to Lana.
I'm not planning to, but I'm not going
It's easy to have happen.
I'm not going to look up anybody.
Guys, will Jennings be in the studio when Doug is out? Yes, he will be. Jennings will be making his first Hubbard appearance.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
That's a shame. He misses Learn by one day.
Well, he's going to have Sheila to talk about.
Yeah, maybe Sheila will fly in for FFF next Friday. You think that'll happen?
No, I think a listener will go pick her up.
Drive her back from Raleigh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they would.
Well, if you ask the listener, say we want to bring her in, and she says yes, whatever it costs, they will pony up the money.
Or just go drive and pick her up.
They paid $600 to get Shelby Langash in here.
Yeah, 600 would fly you probably round trip from North Carolina.
Well, she drove.
Well, you can drive from Kansas City. You don't want to be driving from North Carolina this time of year.
Not for this show.
Doug, will you cancel your trip now that you know that Learn is coming in? Doug will be here when Learn's in.
No, I wouldn't cancel it.
But she'll be here when
Oh, well,
Learn's in.
good. I met her once when she was...
Oh, you've never met her? Only one time?
Once. Well, she was with us on a live show at Hot Shots.
Yeah.
Once, right?
Well, you hadn't seen her since?
No. Where would I see her?
Here.
I haven't seen her
Does
since.
she work later hours?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, all right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've got to see her here.
Yeah, these boys hightail it out of here.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Quick, fast, and hurry. No, I'm just saying that's what they hightail it out of here.
Well, if I got something to do.
I don't really raise my tail.
A couple interviews.
You would.
A couple interviews at 11:30. I stayed for those, but normally I got nothing to do.
Who's on the itinerary for that interview list? I like your interviews.
I reached out to Mark Farner.
Mark Farner.
Farnsey.
The lead singer of Grand Funk Railroad.
Okay, they
And
were
again,
big 50 years ago.
Again, they weren't nominated in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Pepper Jean.
But Dolly Parton was.
But I'm trying to get
You're
some actresses and actresses. And,
Nice.
You know, I don't want to keep doing musicians because then people here are going to say, what's he doing? You're not the music guy.
Yeah, you're pigeonholed.
Yeah, so I'm kind of looking like I'm trying to
Hone in on somebody else's territory.
I can do but they're not interviewing people that were relevant 50 years ago like I do. They're interviewing people that are actually making music now.
When you interview someone, there's a very good chance it's the last interview they're going to do because they're all in their 70s and 80s.
I mean, it's not really on the internet a lot.
Not per reward.
I like doing interviews, and I enjoy when, like her, Ellen Foley's publicist sent me a nice email and said, Ellen, after the interview, said it was one of the funnest ones she's done in a while.
Really?
How about that?
So I appreciate that when people say, I try to make people at ease. You know,
Yeah, you
I have
do.
fun with it.
Oh.
Doug, Mark Hanna has fun with it. Jackson, can you tell us about Mark Hanna at Evergreen Wealth Strategies?
Best in the business for my money. Truly is. He's the greatest. What he'll do is he'll call you. He'll learn about you personally. You know, he's not going to say, I have this plan that works for some people in your age range, and, you know, we'll just go with that. No. What he does is instead learns about you, what your goals are, what your situation is now, and he'll educate you on the best plan for you going forward. And that's what that's what I love about Mark Hanna so much. On top of, you know, you're calling him and you're just like, man, this is a really good human being I'm talking to. Like, this is a really good guy, and that's the kind of guy you want with something as important as your financial future. So give Mark Hanna a call. If you don't have a plan, give Mark Hanna a call. He'll get you straightened out, and you'll be good to go. And that's it. And then if you already have someone, you might want to consider switching over to Mark Hanna because you're just going to, I'm telling you, you're going to be happier with Mark Hanna than you'll be with anyone else. He's the best.
There it is. Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies, 314-889-0503, or go online at evergreenstl.com. Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies. All right, we'll take a commercial break. Coming up on the Captain's Log, we have the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. Send yours in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. Your home for the morning after and TMA all day. Stream us live at youtube.com/TMASTL and at TMASTL.com.
Charlie just fell asleep. I looked over, Charlie had his head down like he's in
I'm not
fourth
feeling
grade.
great today. I'm not going to lie.
You got a temperature?
Big Al is furious with you for being mean to Mike Lee, by the way. It sounds like he wants to arm wrestle you.
I talk to Mike Lee every night at Fox 2. He calls like 37 times.
You have caller ID?
No, they just send it back, too.
I would suggest caller ID.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't answer the phone.
The phone is poison.
95% of the time.
The phone is poison at a TV station. If it's not some viewer with a bizarre question, then it's somebody from another station wanting about an hour of your time to go and do an interview for them because their guy who used to play college ball in their town is playing now for the Rams, and they would like you to send him all this stuff. The phone is poison.
It's either Mike Lee or Randy.
Yeah.
Randy calls and, hey, who's anchoring tonight?
Yeah. What do you think the Blues will do?
Hey, you gonna talk to the coach? Tell him good luck.
Think Sam Bradford get back?
Tell him good luck.
Who won NASCAR?
He's always
Tell him
doing
good
NASCAR.
luck. I'm not going to tell anyone good luck.
He's always talking
I'm
NASCAR.
not going to see Kevin Harvick on my way home. Think the Cardinals make a trade? I don't know. They just made one.
Where'd Matt Kenseth finish?
Think Baylor catch another touchdown pass? Don't know. Where's the NASCAR race? Don't know that either. All right, tell him good luck. I'm not going to tell him good luck.
You know what, though? He's actually kind of sharp because sometimes I'll have a little fun with him and he'll say, like, who's pitching tonight? And I'll say Christy Mathewson. It's like, oh, no, come on now, Charlie, come on.
Oh, he knows Christy Mathewson.
So because he picks up on that, you say he's actually pretty smart.
Well, relatively speaking to what you would think by this conversation, he actually, like, he knows the Cardinals' rotation.
No. Every night he calls. Every night. I think the Blues will do. I just don't know. Just watch and see. I really don't know. Think the Billikens got a good club? They're pretty young, but that's all I know. Well, tell them good luck. I will not tell anyone good luck. I'm not going to see any of them. I'm at a TV station. That's why I got your phone call. I won't be telling anybody good luck. Tell them your own damn self. These are the phone calls we have. The phone is poison at a TV station.
But I'm not joking when I say that 95%, this is over a 6 or 7 year sample size, 95% of all phone calls that ring in the sports office are Mike Lee or Randy. I'm not even kidding.
And the remaining percentage is a guy at another TV station who wants you to send him something, to stop what you're doing and do something for his show.
But he's not going to give you anything or pay you.
No,
I question the system right now.
Yeah, I've
True
questioned
story.
it for years and years.
In 6.5 years, I've never set up my voicemail because of that. If you want to get a hold of me,
professional stance.
No, I'm talking about on my work phone because no one calls.
Yeah.
Everybody has your cell phone. You have all your contacts there. Yeah. If the phone rings, it's like you said, it's bad.
Yeah. Just let it go if you can.
And it ain't good.
Let it go if you can. We got it bad, and that ain't good.
Hey, guys, St. Gabe's 8th grade boys soccer playing in the county finals. Can you tell them good luck?
What a shock. What a shock that they got there. Let me guess, the games were played at Francis Park. With what? St. Gabe's officials. Boy, get some home cooking down there. St. Gabe's is in the finals and everything. You don't even have to tell them good luck. They're going to get there.
You guys ought to start covering grade school stuff. Can you imagine that?
We've tried that.
Oh, did you really?
Once in a blue moon, we'd go out and do a Little League story where we heard somebody's, hitting 900 this year, and you can't get out of the car in the parking lot. And 5 other parents. My son's on field 5. He threw a no-hitter. We won our game last year and won a tournament in Cincinnati. These kids deserve coverage. These kids are 7. Leave me alone. You covered them. Why don't you cover the girls' teams? What's wrong with it? Do you hate? Stop it! And we turn rear and we get out of there before we ever did the story we went there to cover in the first place.
I covered a Little League story like 2 years ago. It was a kid who threw both right and left-handed.
Oh, my word. Why do you hate girls? There's a girls' game on field 12. Why aren't you over there?
You're right. But that's the kind of Little League story. It has to have a hook like that.
Some Little League stories would be fun. They'd be kind of cute. People kind of like seeing that. But you can't get past the parents. My son's better than him. He played right field last week. You can't do a story on him. Leave me alone. Don't you people have concession stand duty at Afton someplace? Leave us be. We stopped going. We stopped going to the league store. You can't get past the parent factor.
Guys, you think the Rams will move? Hope not. Tell them good luck.
Tell them good luck. I'm not going to tell anyone good luck. Should we be making phone calls to these guys and say nothing but good luck and have to say it in that accent? I don't want that to be my job.
This was probably about 5 years ago, but I remember listening to KMOX, or maybe it was 550 at the time, but after a game, Claiborne was doing the post game, and they're taking calls, and back-to-back calls were Jackie and then Randy. Nice. And afterwards, Claves was like, all right, I think we need to do a little better job screening the calls. But like Randy, I mean, it was the same type of thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Wayno. Is Wayno going to pitch tomorrow? We pitch him on 4 days rest?
What do you know about him? You know. You think Lackey will be pretty good for us? I don't know.
And it's always like,
probably so.
Hey, you think Cardinals going to make a trade? Well, the trading deadline just ended.
Yeah.
Cardinals going to make a trade?
Any trades after that? No. Well, good luck. Stop that!
Have you ever told anybody good luck?
No, I refuse. Refuse to tell. Can you imagine going in the locker room and say, hey, Robert Quinn, good luck. I was just told to tell you that. Good luck.
What do you think
You'd
he
get
would
thrown
do?
out. They would revoke your credential on the spot. Don't tell us good luck.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. Looking for that perfect gift for someone special? Skip the flowers and chocolates and bring home a new mortgage this Valentine's Day. Whether it's a pre-approval for a new home or a simple cash-out refinance, we've got you covered. Refinancing or buying a home? Why would you go anywhere else? Mortgage rates are still near historic lows, but we need to get you locked in today. Fall in love with your lender again at thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326240.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Check out listener rewards on the new TMA mobile app. Watch the show live on the TMA studio cams. Find it at TMASTL.com. Get the podcast on the TMA app. Download it now.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Now, back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
The song's over anyway.
Thankfully.
It's a short song. Police, by the way. That's Sting. Police.
Morning, Mark. Hope you enjoyed that.
Nothing like an upbeat song to celebrate the release of deadly gases into the work environment of the most dangerous career in the world.
That's how I felt, too. Feel bad for the Canaries and the people that see the Canary dead. They know they've only got a limited time to get out of there.
That just seemed perfect for our 4-week anniversary of being at Hubbard. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Let him die on a vine.
Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Mark, you there?
Well, that was a great first segment with Sheila. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, it's Mark. It's fun to see, and I'm sure you've gotten some calls today for people who wanting to hire you now out of the Raleigh-Durham area after Sheila's call into the show.
It's good to expand the reach around the country. I appreciate that. There are a lot of listeners around the country that actually do legitimately follow this little disaster of a radio show.
That's right.
But I've gotten calls from Colorado, from Chicago, actually from North Carolina prior to today. Really? So they are all over, and we work all over because we do everything virtually. It's not like you got to be running back and forth to offices. It's all by phone and all in virtual meetings over the computer, designed to make it all easy so you can get your answers and get back to your life.
Is that the same with local people here, or can they come into your office if they want to?
Prior to the pandemic, we were having people in the office, and we're looking forward to getting back to that point. But for right now, it's all just over the phone and via computer. But we'll get back there at some point. We just got to stay safe right now.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I like the remote thing myself. But hey, I don't know. I don't know where we'll be in 5 years. I don't know. What do you think, Mark? What do you think? Give me your futures on that.
I had felt for a long time that the whole world was going into an environment that we could all work remotely, and a lot of that is just driven by the fact that if you look at how expensive real estate prices are, if you can have, as an employer, you can have your employees working from home and have them working at zero cost, that just goes straight to your bottom line, and that's what drives so many decisions. It's very much the same as Tim, like you've talked about, it's all about the sales. Well, it's all about what the bottom line is for companies. And so I think that that's probably where it's going to go. I mean, far be it from me, it's over my head, but I can definitely see that happening.
I wonder what the effect's going to be on real estate in downtowns and all these major cities around the country if they're going to have all these high-rise, empty former office buildings.
I've read a lot of different takes on that on both ends of the spectrum, and it's one of those definite unknowns. It's very much, there are a lot of question marks over the long term economically when you're in a state of change that makes it really difficult. I talk a lot about speculating. It makes it really difficult to speculate, to make a specific and exact call, just because there are so many different factors that might play out over the years. Yeah, I wonder that myself, and that's not something I tend to get into, but it's just it's more curiosity than anything else.
Yeah. Well, you know how I worry about the stock market all the time, and I'm watching these drastic highs and lows. If a guy were to get out and to go into all cash, like how long does that take to get out of your 401ks or your IRAs, and you decide, the volatility is too much, I want to get into something much safer? How long would that take? What's that process
Sounds like you're liquidating.
I'm thinking about it, yeah.
It would take you one day to completely ruin your financial picture for life. You liquidate, you go to cash.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, all that money that's sitting in cash under the mattress that feels good to you, you're automatically losing 3% per year because of inflation. It takes you just one day to make that move. The real question that I think about, and this is what it leads back to why I say have a plan and stay the course, is if you do go to cash because it feels good, it's an emotional and an impulsive decision, what's going to be the trigger to get back in? So if the market goes up, you don't leave it, and you wait for it to pull back. And that's where I've seen it many, many times over. It just runs away from you, and then you've lost on all of that gain. If the market goes down, what's your trigger to get back in? And so I read it once that by getting out and trying to get back in and doing that timing, you have to be right twice. If you just stay the course and you know that you're going to win, you just have to be right once, and it's an easy decision that's always worked. And that's why I always advocate for not having everything in the market, but having the right mix and then staying the course instead of trying to time it. Emotionally, it's hard, but that's where I come in. I walk you through that thought process, make sure you stay on track, and especially as you're getting closer and closer to needing that money, that's where having somebody to be able to guide your thought process, be an advocate for you, and have that plan and keep you on point for that plan is so important.
314-889-0503. Mark Hanna can be your person. 314-889-0503. Or go online at evergreenstl.com. Thank you, Mark. Have a wonderful weekend.
You do the same, guys. Talk soon.
There he is, the great Mark Hanna of
Hansy.
Evergreen Wealth Strategies. Oh, and the crowd's...
They like Hansy.
He's got a lot of people in the audience doing business with him. It makes me happy because he really is. He's truly a great guy. But as I always say about our sponsors, we know these people. I mean, I got a Stratum live read, and I got a Major Brands live read, or I guess William Grandson's to be exact. And, I know Tim Burkhart. I know Matt Ford. I know Brett Groman. Doug, we know these people. Therefore, we can recommend them to the audience and not even think twice. And then in the audience, you listen to the show, and you're like, hey, I need a hookup. And I'm like, come over here.
We got a guy.
I go behind the alley with them. Then we go behind the dumpster. Light hand play.
How light?
Is it for everyone?
It's here. I'm going to put it for
2 fingers.
You, just check kind of like you see this. What I'm doing for those of you watching.
Don't do
that. Tickle the balls.
Right.
Right. Say my name.
That's part of the process. That's
correct.
Like step one is calling and say, who is this guy?
Well, Anna Marie and I, in our wedding vows, nearly 11 years ago, we had it specified that the gentleman conducting the service said, and it's not gay if it's cheating, and it's not cheating if it's gay. So we have that. That's in the vows. We wrote our own vows because we're romantics.
I've been to a lot of weddings. I never heard that one.
Yep. Well,
But step 2 is
Missed out.
definitely light hand play.
That's correct. Go into the alley.
And from there you go and you meet the sponsors.
That's correct. Just a little gesture. If you're watching on YouTube, you get to see a little
Stop
gesture.
doing that with your fingers.
Well, I want to give the people on YouTube something extra now that Sheila's left the chat.
They've used it. Keep doing that, and they'll just stand up, and they'll position themselves right by your hand.
Okay. Oh.
And I'm picturing a walrus doing that right now. Lifting up his gut and getting right by your hand.
Bill. Oh, Bill.
Imagine have to jack up your fat so you can.
Oh, Bill.
The sweat and stink.
Oh, Jack.
Probably some Tufts, matted.
Oh, Bill.
Maybe even
And a microween.
There could be a cyst in there somewhere,
Yeah,
too.
we're talking maybe some boils.
You can only hope.
It's hot, Doug. It's erotic, actually.
This
It's
is
not
all
hot. It's
about-
erotic.
Are we the
all
most
about what you have to
erotic
do.
morning show?
I think we're the most erotic morning show at this moment in HD2 radio in St. Louis.
I agree.
I'd agree with that.
I would at least put us in the top 5 in HD2 radio in St. Louis.
And I think by default we might be the only ones, so therefore we win.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
We're
Doug.
also the most intelligent morning show on AC Radio.
I just didn't know there was so much involved to meeting up with one of the sponsors. I've been naive to it all.
Oh, yeah. If you want your, furnace fixed from Design Air, you got to earn it.
I don't know that that's true.
Just saying, it's in all of our contracts.
It is. You got to look up your contract, Doug. Hey, Stratum Structural Systems. I was just talking about that. Matt Ford and Brett Groman. Deal with any waterproofing issues? Sweet mother of mercy, it's the worst. Well, you can get it taken care of quick, fast, and in a hurry with the best. And that's Matt Ford. That's Brett Groman. That's Stratum Structural Systems online at stratumrepair.com. Call 314-620-8153. Let them know you're a Ryan Kelly Morning After listener, and you get $100 off your repair project. They're local. They're in Chesterfield, Missouri. They're in Columbia, Illinois. Let me read a review here. I couldn't be more impressed with the job Stratum did for us. Matt, Kevin, and Rob are all very professional and customer-oriented. From start to finish, they were attentive and efficient in getting the job done. This is a company that takes pride in their work. You won't be disappointed if you call them. Call 314-620-8153. That's 314-620-8153. And work with the best. And the best is Stratum Structural Systems for waterproofing or foundation repair. Support the sponsors. That's the name of the game on this show. Support the sponsors, and that's stratumrepair.com. Fistful of Bourbon, utilizing knowledge learned from the longest-serving malt master in the history of whiskey. Our master blender has married 5 straight bourbons into one beautiful bottle. Flavors of honey, creamy vanilla, and the delicate light spices of cinnamon and nutmeg will invade our mouthhole. It will always taste damn fine neat and make one hell of a cocktail. It ain't just a bourbon, it's a damn fistful. Imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York. Don't be a damn fool. Enjoy it responsibly. That's William Grant & Sons Fistful of Bourbon. Doug Biff is on the line.
Oh, wonderful. Hello, Biff. 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 Biff, are you
Hello,
there?
Hello.
Yes, Biff.
Hey.
Yeah. Biff.
What's new?
No, nothing.
What's new?
What's up with you? Biff.
Snow, I guess.
Oh,
Snow
yeah.
and ice. Yeah.
You're in St. Louis? You're not down by Fort Leonard Wood? You're back in St. Louis now?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we went up and seen the Blues playing the Kraken up in Seattle a couple weeks ago.
How'd that go? How was the trip?
Nice place to visit. Wouldn't want to live there, but pretty country.
Yeah. Yeah. Seattle's pretty cool. With a lot of weird people. A lot of weird folks.
A lot of who?
Weird people there. That's what I encountered when I was there.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the first time you've been there?
What's up?
First time you've been to Seattle?
Yep, first. Probably the last.
Well, let me ask you a question, because you went up there for a hockey game. How much of the city did you actually see and spend time in to know you wouldn't want to live there?
Let's see. We were there a few days, so seen the arena, of course, where they play hockey, and then went up in the Space Needle. Walked around downtown. Went to several bars. So where are you going with this question here?
Yeah.
Well, I think it was pretty straightforward. What did you do long enough in Seattle to know I'd never live in this place? No strip clubs?
3 days is a good example.
No, I didn't make it to any strip clubs, but went to
several bars, probably 6 or 8 bars in a few days.
So you're basing that when you live there by going to bars and a Space Needle. That's the only question I asked. That's fine.
When I was there,
Not my kind of place. That's all.
There were homeless
not
people.
The culture there, not my thing. But the countryside, the mountains and the ocean and all is gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Go to any stag bars, bro?
No, I did. I'm sorry, Tim. I let you down. And that's my bad. Yeah.
Hey, he changed his mind if he'd have been to a great stag club. Love this place. I'd like to move here. No stag club? Not a place I want to live.
No, I didn't make it to any. No, I didn't make it to any strip bars. That's my bad. Yeah. So,
Biff, now that we're at a different place, is there any chance you would bring Biff and Show back?
That'd be great if I could get my partner Iggy on board. That'd be great. Yeah.
Iggy, would you get back on board?
Oh, I get back. My question would be, can you name how many bartered shows there are on Hubbard?
Bartered?
Yeah, bartered shows on Hubbard. I would say 0.
You just do it as a podcast.
Imagine bartering for a show.
I don't know. I could see him maybe setting aside an hour of the TMA all day, like whenever you guys wanted to do it.
Oh, that's true, because we just play our stuff on here all day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're going to get on 105.7 The Point or 101 ESPN.
I wouldn't. I would be embarrassed.
embarrassed.
I would be embarrassed to even be part of that. The show to be over there, I'd bring down the ratings with 1 hour of a show.
I would just like to sit there on the text line in 101 Studios while you guys do Biff and Show.
Imagine you, man, hyping up, hey.
Coming up, it's Biff and Show. Got a guest on to talk about splashing. Be fun.
I guess
you will
it's
not hear
possible.
any classic rock for the next 60 minutes.
No, Biff will be talking about splashing and favorite fry girl.
Good luck with the clock, too, with breaks.
Oh, yeah. You guys had any good fries lately?
Yeah, that's a nice question. I went to Michael's, Manchester and McCausland. Took my son there. Doug, was that Monday night that
I
we
don't
went?
know what night you went.
Craft store?
No, it's a Greek restaurant.
Good gyros.
Great gyros. That's what I got, actually, Jackson. And they had wonderful fries, also some special seasonings.
Manchester and McCausland. I'm trying to think where that's at. Like,
Maplewood?
Is that like a
Maplewood.
kind of a Maplewood hole in the bar kind of place? Yeah.
Hole in the wall.
There probably is a
design flaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, major recommendation for it. Yeah, well known for its gyros, but also burgers, and I would tell you the fries are delicious, so that'd be my recommendation to you, Biff. What about you? Any good fries for you?
Up in Seattle, I did discover something I'd never encountered before. I thought of the Plowboy because I thought he might be like this. They had, I don't know, he's a tater tot fan, right?
Oh, my God.
Oh, you like Tots? You like Tots, boy?
I love tater tots.
You're a tater tot fan, Plowboy?
Oh, my gosh, more than ever.
Well, they had sweet potato tater tots. What do you think of that?
I love that.
How do you do, Doug?
I used to hate sweet potato fries until Madison got me on them. We cook sweet potatoes like every week, and the fries are phenomenal. So I'm all down for that. That sounds very unique, and I love me a tater tot, Doug.
I
There
do
is
too.
nothing. The crispiness, it holds a good amount of sopping per dip.
It's
Oh,
our little misunderstood French fried friend.
It is.
Mini hash brown.
I like to cover them with chili and cheese. Do a hash brown pie, boy.
Jack.
Yeah. Well, these are crispy sweet potato tater tots, Plowboy, and then they put some like diced up chives on there, and you had your sour cream and your soppings on the side and your catsup and everything, you know.
Oh, you like that catsup?
I like that.
It's ketchup.
100%.
Is that a bill right there?
Let's get a CH
There's
in there.
There's a true treat, I'll tell you that.
That does sound like a tree. I freaking love it. Oh, man. Hey, we go. We want to go out there just for the kind of the go to Mount Rainier, kind of that area of Washington, and I think it'd be a fun trip.
Oh,
I don't know if
it's
I
a
could
cool
live there
area.
either. A lot of homeless, very expensive in the areas you want to live at. I think the people I'd get along with, but I don't know if it's somewhere I would live either. But the countryside,
A
like
lot of
Biff
rain.
said,
A lot of rain. Whew. A lot of
that would
rain.
bum me out.
Yeah. But, yep. I was at Mount Rainier.
That's a seizure.
I agree with you 9 times.
About 27 years ago, I was at Mount Rainier. I was in the Navy. I was an air crewman on passenger planes, and we flew to Mount Rainier, Washington. There's a military base there. And it was gorgeous country there, Plowboy.
Yeah,
it's not right
bucket list
near.
item for me. I think we'll do that next year in a couple years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
What you guys got any other advice for the weekend for food stuffs around the Mountain City, St. Louis, for foods?
Oh, hit up Blue City Deli. Hit that up the other day, Vinny.
I hope Pizza Go-Go is open tonight, Doug.
It will be, I'm sure.
I got to go get cash. You know, they don't take credit cards. The only time I carry cash is to tip people and for my Pizza Go-Go, so I got to get cash.
I'd like to see you go to the Blue Sky Cafe and maybe take a date and do some swinging and tell us what that whole scene is like.
Fruit Sky Cafe, what?
Blue Sky Cafe. We've been told that that's Swingers Haven.
Fruit Salad Cafe.
Where's it at?
It's out there by Wing Haven.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't go out that far. That's the way out there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm downtown guy, Doug.
Burnt end T-Revs are back.
I saw that, Doug. The burnt and toasted ravioli. It's Salt and Smoker back, Jack.
Had them last weekend.
How'd they treat you, boy?
Oh, kidding me?
Have you guys been to Salt and Smoke at downtown at Ballpark Village yet?
I don't get downtown
there,
too often these days.
How is it?
It's great. It's huge.
Yeah,
it looks enormous. And it's gorgeous in there. Yeah. None of you guys been there?
No.
I've not.
Oh, wow. It's beautiful, Tim. I mean, it's 2-story. Look
at what Tom has done, Doug.
Yeah. Great job they did. Mm-hmm.
Tom's a great guy. First class.
Oh, that bologna.
Hey, Plowman, what do you get? That bologna fried
Yeah, the
bologna
fried bologna
jalapeno
is
thing?
phenomenal. Got the jalapenos, I think, embedded into the bologna. Got a nice thick outer crust on the ring.
That sounds
Dude, it's
terrible.
fire. Biff, you would enjoy it. If I know Biff enough, I think he would devour that spicy bologna sandwich. It's
What do
the
they give
real
you with it? Like, get you sauces or any sides or anything?
I mean, I do believe it's similar to an entree. You get the two sides. In terms of dipping or what soppings that are on it, I can't answer that definitively. I've only had it twice, but yes, I would recommend it. It's hard not to order brisket, ribs, from Salt and Smoke. So if you do have that ability to go off kind of that standard menu, it's great.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Hey, Tim, if we make it to Pizza Go-Go, what's your go-to there? Like, which particular crust or soppings, what do you go to?
That's a great question, Doug. The answer is I've been with 3 different pizzas in the last couple of months. I've gone straight pepperoni, straight bacon, and my son really enjoys the sausage, and so I have found myself making sure that I will get the sausage, but you cannot go wrong. I don't know what it is. Rockio's down the hall. We'll have to figure this out. I don't know if it's Doug, you think it's the crust? You think it's the sweet sauce?
It's probably the sauce. It's got more to do with it.
I don't know. Something's doing. Sausage is really good. I don't know. I guess I would say the sausage is my favorite, Biff, but you can't go wrong with pepperoni or bacon. What's your favorite?
I think me and my neighbor went there while we did we were just driving around the city, and we ended up at Go-Go. I think we did sausage pepperoni combo, Tim, with some onion.
Oh, Jack.
See, I like the banana peppers on my pizza.
That right?
Good topping, bro.
Extremely underrated pizza.
It's interesting.
Topping.
Maybe I'll have to try that.
It's a good topping. It's tangy.
Oh, it's so good. They are so freaking
That's interesting. I might have to try that. Tom Schmidt is listening to the show.
Love Tom.
Is he?
And he just texted me honey grain mustard on that bologna and chow chow.
Oh, God. Tom, that dish is fantastic.
I've never had fried bologna.
It is.
You're
so
lost, bro.
Good.
I guess we gotta try that.
Wonder if
Let's just
Learn's
go
ever,
have a
I'll
feast.
go after the show now. Yeah.
I wonder if Learn's ever had Salt and Smoke.
We're not talking about Learn right now.
Well, she'll be in next Thursday. Maybe we can.
But we're not talking about her.
Well, I'm
talking about food.
I'm begging for food.
She's
Tom's
already got
listening.
stuck in the snow for next week.
So you want Tom to bring in some Salt and Smoke for Learn being in studio next Thursday?
That would be fun.
Now, since you're already bringing it, I'll obviously take a bologna. I mean, you don't want to waste a trip. So if you're already coming here for Learn, let's make the juice worth the squeeze. Everybody get a dish.
I wouldn't mind some brisket because I didn't get any the last time.
Little Bringus.
Hayes and Charlie Marlowe wiped them out.
Joe Rod's about to barter time.
Roderick got you more than anybody.
Burnt and Revs.
Roderick would hear. He'd be 40 miles away up in Alton and hear that there was free food. Drive down here about 90
I got
miles an hour.
Sandwich suggestion for you guys.
Okay.
Have you ever? Now it's a chain, but it's really good. There's
Twin
a few
Peaks.
of them around the city of Blue. Have you ever had Firehouse subs?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Tasty.
Yeah.
Meatball.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I would say it's Plowboy, wouldn't you say it's like way above average? Like for a chain, I mean, it's over the top for
I
a
would
chain
say
sandwich.
it's that you compare it to like Culver's of the fast food, where Culver to me is almost like a sit-down restaurant. How good the food is, even though it still does have a drive-through. I'm with you in terms of you're comparing the Quiznos and all those places. Firehouse Subs is up there.
All right, that's good knowledge.
Really
Tom just texted me, and he said he can bring in food for Learn next Thursday.
Let's go, Tom.
Okay,
Doug, next Thursday we might go over 10,000 viewers on YouTube if they can watch us eat barbecue and have Learn in studio.
Now, he said bring food for Learn. Is it just for her?
I
Will
just
this
read
be
what's
a
in the
couple
prompter, and Tom
bites?
said I can bring food for Learn
Look,
Thursday.
Doug, we both have Tom's number, and it's next week. We have a week time to kind of work on this.
All right.
We'll get our food.
Well, don't tell Roderick.
Yeah, Joe
He just...
Have you guys had any good donuts lately?
Yes.
God almighty.
Donut driving on Chippewa. That's
Donut driving on Chippewa.
Oh, it's
okay.
so good, man.
Yeah. Try that,
You
I
have-
guess. Dunkin'
Have you
Donuts.
had Pharaoh's Donuts downtown?
Yep.
I have not. No.
John's Donuts is fantastic as well. I know a lot of listeners go to John's.
Do they?
I think that's near Soulard, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
Oh, it's across the street from DV's.
Yeah. I knew you knew where it was. It's on the location.
Biff, I gotta go. I want to talk more, but I gotta go.
Okay. Well, I had a list of
There we go.
bar food, Tim, if you got one more minute
Nope,
for me.
don't have it. Because I'm on the air in a few minutes at 101, so I gotta go.
I love Biff to death.
But I really want to see Biff and Show brought back. We'll talk about it more next week when Learn is in. Thanks, Biff. There he goes. There's Biff.
All right, Biff.
Love me some Biff, dude.
Yeah.
Love it.
Sounds like he's open to bringing Biff and Show back. Doug, can you imagine?
Yeah, I think the people are clamoring for it.
I can't
would love that.
imagine.
Talk of the town.
You could do that, couldn't you? Friday afternoon, Iggy?
What do you guys do, an hour or 2 hours?
4 to 5, 3
1
to
hour.
5.
1 hour. Yeah, on Friday.
I'll do it whenever he wants to do it.
And just play it on 105.7 HD2. Start bringing in all kinds of shows here.
Pepper and Genie.
Pepper and Genie.
Yeah.
At the Smokers Lounge.
Smokers Lounge. Who's on the Smokers Lounge? You, Plowhawk,
DJ,
Iggy, and
Iggy,
Jennings?
just-
I'd listen to that all day. I would listen to this stuff all day long.
Oh, we just emphysema hour, baby.
Oh.
So, Iggy, you would be in.
For Biff? Yeah. Well, Biff's paying me.
Are you okay?
No, stretching. So.
Yeah, I can say, so the Smokers Lounge,
can't see
it
you. I
might
was
be
nervous.
a freebie at first.
Yeah,
I would
there's
say,
probably not a lot of
don't
info
hold your
coming
breath on the
right away.
checks that are rolling from that particular show.
Man, things are happening here on 105.7 HD2.
Wait till that sales staff.
Next
gets
Thursday,
hold
turn
of
into a
it.
pony. All of a sudden, from 8 to 10. Learn and salt and smoke.
Things are going to happen, Doug, next Thursday.
Well, now, can we actually eat the food? Because
Sure
we
we
have
can.
such long segments, there's not much time to actually eat the food.
Bring it in here.
But when you get nervous, do you get a stomach ache? Sometimes when people get really nervous, they can't eat.
Oh, I don't. I can always eat.
Now they do those YouTube videos are called mukbangs. It's where you eat live on like right next to a microphone.
Oh, yeah.
It really grosses me out.
ASMR.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of an ASMR thing.
It is, but it's a different type of thing, and you just like eat noodles with your hands.
Here in a few weeks,
And you squish them around.
Biff and
Wow.
Show are going to be back, and
It's
you're going to have
ironic.
BB girls like dancing near
Yeah.
the windows.
Well,
just
possibly.
bringing that back.
Now, let me say this, not to ruffle any feathers.
It's got ruffles and feathers.
But we'll have salt and smoke next week, and I'm sure Tom will bring in some brisket, some bologna, some
A burnt-in toast ravioli, please,
burnt-in
Tom.
ravs,
2 orders.
probably some deviled eggs,
Yeah, and toppings.
and all the other shows that bitch about us warming things up in the morning.
Oh, here we go.
Don't come hawking into
Here
this.
come
don't
Radio Wars.
Don't come hawking
Here
into the
come
kitchen
Radio Wars.
when Salt and Smoke's here because you want to complain about the smell. There'll be no barbecue for you.
Yeah, but if you eat
So
a
who are you
bowl,
talking to right now?
Well, I don't know who complained about it.
everyone.
The kitchen is under renovation. They can't put this stuff in the kitchen anymore. They're
It'll
going to
be-
have to put
it'll
it
be-
here.
it'll
We
be-
need a fridge in here.
It'll be done by next week. These guys don't take long. These guys don't play around. I guarantee you that kitchen will be done by Monday.
I don't know. Be
Now,
careful.
after
They've got it ripped
bologna
up.
and some ribs, that bathroom, there may be a smell.
Ugh.
I mean, you eat a whole bologna with that.
The refrigerator works. They left that plugged in.
Oh, does it? Okay. I saw the sink was dismantled, so I was curious.
Tim asked because Tim had his stuff in there.
Yeah.
And I put that fish in there
Like
for
my
Doug.
delicious protein shake.
I got 2 yogurts in there.
Your mahi-mahis in there.
I still can't find the lunch.
Time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling of the day. You could say it was just another Tuesday night. I was about to make an evening of self-love and
slurping baby food at my command station when I pulled up the first Dillian McHarper video and heard a familiar ad. Are you seriously watching porn by yourself right now? Those words shook me to my core. After years of watching films in a sadder apartment in the saddest part of town, the thought of inviting my good buddy Chase over to watch with me had never crossed my mind. After years of hooking up with the same men, we had recently decided to skip the middleman and just hook up with each other. That day we made love and the stench after each scene until we had to make an unforeseen visit to vet for his gerbil. Let this be a PSA that you're never too old to have a play date. Love, Dale's Dad Hole in HD2.
Okay. Dale's Dad Hole in HD2.
Morning. I was hoping to tune in and hear you all break down a song that was released 30 years ago, but no dice. I guess I will hold out hope for an interview of the busboy who cleared Jenna Fisher's table at the Sharkle House. Finally, can Boots peel his nicotine-stained lips off the mic so he's not sounding like Buzz Aldrin in his spacesuit? Maybe Paul Mall can use some of his Marlboro Miles to buy nose clippers to trim so we don't hear those hairs whistling in the night.
Oh.
That's from the Key West butt tickler, a.k.a. a bossy bottom.
A bossy bottom.
Tee-hee.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, dumbasses.
There you go.
You guys may be having a blast unknowingly bringing some Raleigh, North Carolina girl into the creepy lexicon of the Walrus diabetic listening audience of fats that will make her Facebook page crash today. And then we'll be setting aside their Golden Corral budget for the month they hide from their wives in a pillowcase to crowdfund a plane ticket and hotel room for this woman to appear for a couple of hours in a smoky St. Louis bar, neglecting the fact that all this could potentially lead to is the sad notoriety for putting a senior citizen producer who doesn't know how a 401k works, anteater, in their mouth, then proceeding to vomit into the sink of the FEMA trailer he lives in.
FEMA trailer, nice.
I'll take it.
But I got a real bone to pick. So now the Virgin is going to do a reverse Strode by hopping right to it, toot sweet, on a task by getting an email prize out. Well, guess what? I'm still waiting on those back-ordered expired Mizzou Florida tickets. You know, the game where the transfer portal kids completed the historic play known as The Lob. Yeah, I still don't have those. I realize he may be fielding calls from War Damn Eagle at the moment on the heels of a 6 and 7 year, but get Drake on the phone, rent out a monster truck, and have that accountant rocking Air Jordans deliver the tickets to me personally. I don't care about the money, just spend it. Hell, it's already been explained 20 times that Ken doesn't need money to use Tinder, and Jackson can afford to not spend $100 at Wheelhouse and tin roof on cranberry vodkas for girls who still won't go home with him. So I'm sure that could cover it. Sure, I get that you changed stations and maybe the tickets were sold and donated to a hot dog stand, but do better. Jesus, that's from Los Wien.
Carlos, spicy wiener.
And finally, there's a girl on the line. I've got to impress her. What can I say that will make her come to St. Louis and throw up in my sink? Sheila, I was bebopping around North Carolina one time. I went fishing, but didn't catch anything. Does that story impress you? Well, maybe you'll be impressed by my Batwing 7 on Golf Rivals.
Oh.
Furthermore, I know your husband just passed away, but have you ever considered dating a nervous, elderly lesbian man from the Midwest? Some say the show advanced when the worst putter in Missouri actually convinced Learn to visit the studio on Thursday. Some say the show advanced when Iggy, who never gets nervous, actually admitted to being a nervous wreck on yesterday's drive home. But I think the show truly advanced when Iggy hit on a widow from North Carolina within 2 minutes of meeting her. I can say with 100% certainty that Rawhide is going to be at his command center in a few hours, using Sheila's voice as he pleasures himself. I just feel terribly for Pam, the balloon party listener, who stumbled into the wrong chat. Pam seemed to be the new show hottie, but Sheila came along and totally stole Pam's thunder. It would be so hot if Pam and Sheila could participate in a Foot Fetish Friday at the upcoming TMA Live. Thanks, that's from the Dirty Debutante.
Dirty Debutante.
And that's what we have for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. What you got?
Well, there were some good ones in there. Dirty Debutante was good. Carlos Spicy Wiener was good as always, but I'm going to go with the Bossy Bottom.
No, I had spicy winner until the last one. They're kind of even. I'll go with the debutante.
I'm going with the dirty debutante. That's a win for the dirty debutante for today's Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Don't forget, you got TMA all day here on 105.7 HD2. So preset it in your car. Download the app The Morning After STL from your app shop, and you can listen anytime. And, of course, you can go back and watch the show on YouTube, youtube.com/TMASTL. I just went to the chat. What are they not happy about here?
Oh, who knows?
Oh, shocking.
That we didn't play drops and cuts. Yeah, we explained earlier that the system was down in the building, and this wasn't just a 105.7 HD2 thing. It was for 105.7 The Point. So
we'll do it Monday, maybe.
Yeah, we'll do it Monday.
Yeah, we can. I'll have
that's the reason.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's the explanation. All right, we're going to go do Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. For the Plowhawk, for Action Jackson, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn. I'm Tim McKernan. This has been the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2 FM, TMASTL.com, and YouTube.com/TMASTL.
You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2.